Ivich Family Chiropractic, Hometown National Bank, Illinois Valley Credit Union, LaSalle Body and Fender, St. Margaret's Health, your local Subway restaurant, and Town & Country Services. Listen to the Cavs all season on FM 1039 and AM 1220. Stream with WLPO's mobile app or by asking your smart speaker to play 1039 WLPO. And now you can watch and listen to LP football. Find a link at starvedrock.media or search and subscribe to Starved Rock Media on YouTube. Now, LaSalle Peru Cavalier football on 1039 WLPO.
And good afternoon and welcome to LP Football on 1039 WLPO, 1220 AM, and streaming worldwide and webcasting as well. Yeah, we urge you to go to YouTube and find Starved Rock Media and check out today's football game in audio and video. The times we live in, pretty exciting times to bring you both audio and video. And this afternoon, joining me on the road is Mike Porter. And Mike, I know it's been seemingly, well, it's been over a year, maybe almost 2 years since we last did a football game together. It's been far too long, and it's awesome to be back. We're on the road here in Plano, a venue, you know, that LP has been many times in other sports, but probably been quite a while since they've been here in Reaper Nation for football.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time we played at Plano, and it is great to be here. Obviously, it's been quite a long time. I think they said last week's game was the first in over 500 days since a football game has been played for LP. So as we know, everything going on in the world today, so it's great for the kids to be out here, and I know they're loving it.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful day. It is a little breezy, and that's going to impact some of the kicking in today's game. We were watching the warm-ups, much like last week's game at Howard Fellows, where the wind was howling out of the south. And really, the wind, it's an east-west football field here in Plano, and we were driving up, and the wind coming out of the west. So that will impact the kicking here today between Plano and LP. Now, we would say some teams it would impact the passing game, but obviously the Cavaliers aren't going to go to the air that often either. And I remember seeing Plano the last time. They weren't exactly a spread it out and throw the ball kind of a team either. No,
it's all basically run-based, so it shouldn't affect the Cavaliers too much on offense. Like you said, the kicking game, like you said, another story. I was watching the warm-ups. Drake Weber obviously has a very strong leg, but he was having difficulty kicking going to the field goal on the left-hand side, so we'll see what happens when they're going the opposite direction.
And LP, of course, coming off a big win last week, 29-0 over Rochelle. It was only 3-0 at halftime. Cavaliers left some points on the board, and you'll hear Coach Jose Medina address that during the pregame interview coming up. But they were able to cash in the second half and really cruise to a win. Mike, we've seen a lot of LP football. That was one of the more just all-around effective game. I mean, offensively, defense with a shutout. You had special teams with Drake Weber with a touchback and a field goal. I mean, all facets of football, LP clicked last week.
Yeah, you know, Rochelle really did not have it. Didn't even seem like they had a chance against the LP's defense. It was a great performance by that side of the field, and the offense just took advantage of what they could. They had good field position the entire game and held Rochelle back on their side of the field until at least the fourth quarter.
And we're going to see how long LP's defense can keep that 0 up. Plano comes into this game at 1-1 on the season. They open up the year with a win over Ottawa, 20-7 here in Plano. Then last week, Plano went on the road and lost to the Redskins of Morris, 35-12. So the Reapers coming in at 1-1 on this season. Of course, LP 1-0 with a home win over Rochelle. Some other Interstate 8 action today in the games that we'll be following along and try to get some scores for you as part of our Subway scoreboard update. I mentioned Morris is at Ottawa today. Caneland hosting Rochelle. And Sandwich is at Sycamore. So the entire Interstate 8 playing Saturday afternoon football.
Well, like you said, I think they're trying to get these Saturday games in early in the season while the weather is still decent, as opposed to a late Friday night game, because some of those Friday night games can get kind of chilly. And I've heard in the area, St. Bede, I know they were playing Friday night, or they actually played Thursday night because of the holiday yesterday. So it'll be nice to have next Friday night game at home again versus Ottawa.
Yeah, it'll be Friday night lights with the Pirates and Cavs. Of course, Cavs hoping to come into that Ottawa game unbeaten at 2-0, but they got some work to do today against the Plano Reapers. Some other games in the area we'll be watching. and keeping a close eye on over on 99.3 WANJK. The Hall Red Devils are hosting the Bureau Valley Storm. That's a rivalry matchup of Bureau County teams right there. And then Fieldcrest is on the road at Eureka. Fieldcrest is kind of like Princeton, where a team that probably would have had state title aspirations in a normal season.
Yep.
But unfortunately, that's not to be. But the Knights will still look to have a great season regardless, even though obviously there won't be any postseason. LP, this is it today. I know, Mike, usually we talk about what else is going on at LP, but I was looking at there's some volleyball, but no LP. And
yeah, it's pretty quiet today on a Saturday afternoon. So
obviously Easter's tomorrow, so that that might be part of it as well.
Right.
You know, so some families and could be traveling, and if you are, or if you haven't already, travel safely to wherever you are going this holiday weekend. And we're glad you're with us here. You're listening to pregame coverage, LP at Plano. We're going to have about a 1 o'clock exact kickoff because there is no prelim game. And so that's kind of nice. We know that when the kickoff time says 6, it's going to be at 6 o'clock this year, barring some other unforeseen circumstance. Because now they're playing, the JV games on Mondays,
Monday nights. Yeah, one game per day. So just to keep everyone safe and socially distanced. So we have a pretty decent crowd. Obviously, the numbers are what they are, as however many tickets people get per player. So good LP crowd on the other side of the field. So we'll see what happens. Looks like the coin toss is going to be happening here pretty soon.
All right, we're going to take our first break, and part of this break will be our interview this week with LP head coach Jose Medina. When we come back, me and Mike will tell you who won the coin toss, and we'll bring you the opening kickoff and also the injury status update. We're minutes away from LP football at Plano. Jeremy Aiken, Mike Porter on 103.9 WLPO.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Jessica Strauch, right here in Peru, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Jessica and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Jessica Strauch, it's easy to switch and save.
This is Jessica Strauch. Give me a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The LP Cavalier pregame show on 103.9 WLPO continues now with LP head coach Jose Medina. And Jose, let's take some time like we usually do and take a look back at the week prior and an impressive victory. Rochelle already had a game under their belts. You guys did not, but, man, you couldn't tell as the Cavaliers won pretty big. And it seemed like, Coach, there's a lot of talk about the three major facets of football: offense, defense, and special teams. Defense, a shutout. Offense, you guys were able to get some touchdowns, and special teams, you even got a field goal. So, man, all facets, you guys were clicking at times.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. That's kind of the big thing that we've been trying to preach to the kids. Offensively, we got to put points on the board. I know, we left a couple points out there, during the first half, but second half we came back and kids got it together and put some more points on the board. And defensively, we're doing a great job as far as trying to get the kids in right positions and make, just have them do their jobs. And that's the biggest thing that we've been trying to preach to them this week. And, of course, special teams is always a plus. You always try and get a point, get some scores here to help the team out in any way possible. So, yeah, I definitely agree that we were clicking on all three facets of the game.
Positive reviews playing on the new turf?
I think the kids have been getting used to it. We've been practicing on it since we were able to start back in early March. So I think the kids are accustomed to it. Now with this coming week, we're transitioning to playing on grass. We did a day of practice up on the old practice field, and so. But yeah, I think the kids are getting used to it. They're enjoying it. It's a good perk to have, and it's just great to have.
This week's opponent, Jose, is Plano, the Reapers, and last time you guys saw them, you beat them pretty handily, but you'll have to play at their place, like you mentioned. Have you been able to see any tape on the Reapers this year yet, and what do you expect from them?
Yeah, I mean, they're a tight end formation offense. Defensively they move pretty well. They've got some kids that they've got some speed on both sides of the ball. They got some pretty good inside linebackers as well defensively. So I mean, they are better than they were last year. But yeah, I think it's a good team for us, and I think we're excited to get ready to go and play this Saturday.
And now with a game under your belt, Jose, have practices had any kind of different feel, or is everybody a little more locked in now that you finally were able to get out on the field?
Yeah, mostly. Once they got we've had a couple guys that it's their first game ever playing. They haven't played since 8th grade or things like that. So just getting them to have that game under their belt definitely has been a good positive for us. As far as transitioning and everybody getting back into the swing of actually having a shortened season. But yeah, I agree. I think that first game jitters is out, and now it's moving forward. We're continuing on to do what we have to do to prepare each week for the opponent.
Final thing for you, Coach, is our LaSalle body and fender injury status update. I know there were a lot of kids wearing jeans in week 1. What's kind of the status of some of your players heading into the second game?
No, we're full strength. No injuries from last week. A lot of those kids that were in jeans were due to COVID-related issues, but I think we're 100% full ready to go. So we'll have a full squad this week, all dressed, ready to take on the Plano Reapers.
Well, sounds great, Jose, and I want to wish you the best of luck.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, once again, that was LP head coach Jose Medina, and talking about previewing today's game against the Plano Reapers. And while we were away, we did have the Hometown National Bank coin toss. This afternoon's coin toss brought to you by Hometown National Bank. Don't leave your financial future up to a coin toss. Let the folks at Hometown National Bank help. The Plano Reapers won the coin toss, and they have chosen to defer. And so LP will get the football, and the Cavaliers will go against the wind in the first and third quarters. Then, Mike, that's how it should work, and then they should have the win at their back in the fourth and final quarter.
You would think so, the way it is.
Sometimes things go awry, and sometimes I don't quite understand.
Right, well, yeah, we'll have to watch that as the game goes along. But
right.
That should be the way it should be. So the Cavs are going to have to take advantage of that, having the win that first quarter.
So we'll see how that's going to play into the game. The head official here, or the referee, Mike Cross, is mic'd up, which is always a great advantage to have at a high school venue, because not all referees are mic'd to hear them call the penalties and so forth. But the wind was howling through his microphone, and you could really barely understand him, but he's giving it a go. Just how strong the wind is. I'm sure we're up in the press box, so we're blocked out of the wind. But, yeah, they're out in the open in the field, and the wind is blowing really, really hot from west to east.
Yep, the LP fans said they couldn't even hear the announcer announcing things for the game, so it'll be interesting what they can hear during this game.
Yeah, the Cavaliers, the fans are on the north side of the football field here at Plano High School, and we're on the south side, basically directly across from the LP section here. We're moments away from the opening kickoff, and let's go ahead and give you the weather. Yeah, we've been talking about the wind quite a bit. And Town & Country Services bringing you weather for today's game. Game time weather brought to you by Town & Country Services. Whether it's hot, cold, dark, or light, Town & Country Services is doing whatever it takes 24/7. Go to townandcountryservices.com to find out more. And, Mike, what do we got for our kickoff weather?
The official forecast from the Weather Channel is 65 degrees, sunny, and wind. And it feels like 63. I'm sure that's not a wind chill, but so today is going to be 65, no clouds in the sky at all, so really a perfect day. I'd say a perfect fall day, but it's actually a perfect spring day for football.
Yeah, it does have that early season. A lot of times in August and September, it's still pretty darn warm.
Right.
But, maybe early October fall football with a breeze in the air and 60s degree type weather. So thank you, Mike, and thank you to Town & Country Services bringing you the weather for this afternoon's game. The Plano crowd, I don't see an actual band here from Plano. It sounds like they got the recorded version of the fight song. that's going on today. So I don't know if there's maybe a competition going on somewhere or whatnot, but the LP band was fantastic and in mid-season form, I thought, in the opener last week. So
Yep, they had the other side of the bleachers all to themselves out there. So
yeah. So we're going to take our final break. You're listening to LP and Plano football here in 103.9 WLPO. We'll take a final break. When we come back, we should be ready for our Eureka Savings Bank opening kickoff. LP, Plano, moments away.
When a play breaks down on the football field, you've got the rest of the game to make up for it. When something breaks down at home, you need prompt and professional service. That's why at Town & Country Services, their phones are manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to ensure that your problems and questions with plumbing, heating, and cooling are all taken care of promptly and professionally. Town & Country Services offer free estimates and affordable rates. Their licensed professionals and friendly staff have been a staple in the Illinois Valley since 1919. Give them a call anytime in Tonka at 815-442-3415 or Princeton at 815-872-2200.
Whenever news breaks in Starve Rock Country, you'll hear it on WLPO, brought to you by St. Margaret's Health. Whether it's a cut, bruise, or a break, St. Margaret's Health is here for you, and they have been for over a century. Stay tuned to 103.9 WLPO on the radio, streaming, or ask Alexa to play 103.9 WLPO. Whether it's hard news, severe weather, or exciting local sports, Starve Rock Media's got it covered. Just like St. Margaret's Health has you and your loved ones covered.
This is where you go when you need to know. 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
And welcome back as the national anthem. Nicely done. And we're ready for some football. LP and Plano from Plano High School here along Route 34. Sunny, windy day as LP looks to win their second game of this abbreviated season against the Reapers. LP handled Plano pretty easily in back in, I guess it'd be 2019, a game that started on a Friday night and a monsoon arrived, a typhoon, and was continued the following morning, and the Cavaliers really took it to Plano, and so we'll see. Maybe Plano still has that bad taste in their mouth, and LP will try to win a road game here in 2021. We're ready for the opening kickoff. The opening kickoff for this high school football game brought to you by Eureka Savings Bank. Since 1885, Eureka Savings Bank has been proud to be part of this community, helping people just like you. Eureka Savings Bank, member FDIC. So again, the Cavaliers lost the coin toss. Plano won the toss. They have deferred. So LP will get the football here momentarily, I would think. Trying to think last week, LP would have had only one kick return last week because Rochelle didn't score at all. Likely see Sean Whitfield would be the main returner.
Yeah, he was back on several of the punts, obviously, and he had a couple opportunities. The punting game was affected again by the weather, but we'll see what happens this week. But hopefully the Plano Reapers will be punting a lot. So
we hope so. Let's see if the LP defense is stout just like last week against Rochelle. LP, of course, in their road whites. White shirts, green numbers with the red trim. And what would you say the color of their pants are?
I'd say a charcoal gray, maybe.
Charcoal gray. Okay, that's good, yeah. And we had some Plano folks remarking how bright, and they look beautiful in the sun. The helmets.
Yep.
The green helmets with the red stripe and the red lettering. Awesome, awesome, as the sun is shining brightly off the Cavalier helmets here at Plano. Playing on natural grass, and LP will be back on the turf next week, and then we'll be on the turf again at Morris. So it's the era we live in where kind of week to week, you don't know if you're
right.
You
and
do know.
Seems
I guess
like a lot
ahead,
more of this schools are getting that turf field to so they can use the field more often for different activities.
Seems smart to me. So we're ready for football again. Plano will be kicking off with the wind at their back, at least here to start the game. And back deep for the Cavaliers will be Sean Whitfield and I believe Trayvon Hunter as well. Both capable of breaking off a big run here for the Cavaliers. Trayvon had a huge game, most notably defensively last week with a highlight reel ESPN top 10 type interception.
One-handed interception.
Yeah. And we are set for the kickoff. Plano in their home purple and black pants and black helmets. This one, really a nice kick. It was angling almost like it was going to go out of bounds, but it bounced and rolled into the end zone for a touchback. So LP will start this first drive at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, I think the wind helped that one immensely there.
Mike Cross is the referee today. Line judge for this game, Jamie Carlson. Headline judge, Nathaniel Holmes. Umpire, Crystal Pierce Morgan. And back judge, Jason Demodica. That's your officiating crew. And we hope that's the last time we mention the officials in this game, right?
Yep.
Never want it to become part of the broadcast.
Nope,
if we can
just
help.
let the kids play as long as it's clean.
Carrico starting, and he had a heck of a game last week, over 100 yards, couple TDs. And he gets that first carry, and much like against Rochelle, they're moving a pile up near the 24-yard line. So Carrico gets 4 yards on that carry to be 2nd down and 6. And now we will see the 2021 debut of Carlos Larios. Yeah, Carlos missed last week, but, man, I remember last year he was really coming on as a big-time back for LP last season.
Yeah, he was a workhorse back for sure, and it was too bad that we didn't get to see him last year, but he's back now, and let's see what he does.
Hartman under center, and there's a handoff off the right side. The pile moving ahead. Looks to be a first down. That LP line working hard already. That was Carrico with another carry. So he started last week, I think, with the first 3 running plays for the Cavaliers. Carrico will be subbed out. And let's see what the Cavs have here after the first down. 1st and 10 LP at the Plano 32-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice 8-yard run by Carrico. That's 2 in a row for him.
Larios in the backfield now behind Tyler Hartman. 2 receivers split out, and I'm going to reset the ball perhaps. Might have been moving around with the wind. So a brief stoppage in play. LP got gypped out about a half yard. They moved the ball back.
Yep.
Back to about the 31. We're a minute in, no score yet. LP with a first down already, though. Hartman gives it off to Larios. Carlos is out to about the 33, 34-yard line off right tackle. So LP smash mouth football so far early on. Nothing fancy. 2nd and 8 coming up for the Cavs. Plano again, with the purple uniforms, very dark black helmets. Their P, the logo, looks much like the Purdue.
Yep.
P. Whitfield goes in motion. They hand it off right back up the middle. And there's Carrico, who's out to about the 38. And Pyle still moving before the whistles blow. Should be a gain of at least 4, maybe almost 5 on that. And it'll be 3rd down and a long 3.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
A short 4. Yeah, they mark it about the 38 of LP. First down markers right around the 42-yard line. So the first 3rd down conversion attempt for LP this afternoon. Tyler under center. In motion is Hunter. Tyler going to use that hard count. He got Rochelle to jump once last week. And Hartman keeps it.
Keeping it.
Turns it inside. It's close. I don't know. He might be a little short.
Yeah, it looks like he got 3 of the 4 yards they needed.
No indication yet from the officials. It could be 4th and inches coming up for the Cavs. Nope, they do say a first down.
Oh, wow, nice spots.
Yes, move the change. They got that half yard that they lost.
Yeah, the official brought it back.
So first down and 10 Cavaliers at their own 42-yard line. Early on, no score, but the Cavaliers with 2 first downs on this opening drive. Hartman back under center. In motion goes Whitfield. They hand it off. Carrico, not much this time. Maybe a yard at most.
Yeah, it looks like he just got stopped right at the line of scrimmage there, so no gain there.
Luca Chauncey with the tackle there, a linebacker. He read that one. Carrico gets just 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Cavaliers. Let's see if the Cavaliers maybe go to the air or go to the option here. Open it up a little bit. Hartman back under center. In motion is Weber. Tyler going to keep it. Turns it inside. Runs right into a Reaper defender. Keeps his feet. And forward progress should get him near the 45, about the 44-yard line. It's a pretty hard-hitting football right now with Hartman taking on the Plano defender. Yeah, just inside the 45.
Yep, short gain there for Tyler. So 3rd and long, and they might have to do their first pass. They've had 7 straight runs.
3rd and about 7, almost 8 to go here for the LP Cavaliers. Less than 8 minutes to go in the first. No score between the Cavs and Reapers. Hartman goes under center once again. In motion is Whitfield. Straight drop back for Tyler. He's got time. Now he runs out of time. Yep. And he will be sacked back at the 40.
Yep, the line could only hold for a couple seconds there, and Plano finally got to Tyler. So sack on that play, brought it back to the 40.
So LP will have to punt as Hartman on a 3rd down couldn't find an open receiver. And the Cavaliers will have to punt it into the wind. Drake Weber back. And he'll be standing at about his 25-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to have to try to keep this low as possible because if it gets it up in the air, It's not going anywhere.
So a couple first downs on that drive for LP, but it will come to an end with a punt. Drake standing right at his 25-yard line. A low snap. And Weber doing kind of an Australian rules punt.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Keep it down. Up.
And Plano. It bounces to the Plano, return to 35. He's got running room.
He's got the whole field on this side.
50-45, brought down at the inside the LP 40. Making the tackle for the Cavs was Luke Murtis.
Yeah, Murtis caught the the returner there because he had an open, lot of grass on this side of the field. Plano's going to have very good field position here.
Yeah, last week we saw Rochelle not get on the LP side of the field until the second half. And just like that, we're not even 5 minutes into this one, barely over 5 minutes into this one. And LP's opponent will start at the Cavalier 38-yard line. Yeah, it was a great idea on the ground ball punt.
Yeah, and it was a good idea for the returner to pick it up and run with it. Just a smart play there.
So let's see this. And here's Plano. They'll open up in the pistol, which is a form of the shotgun. And they're going to hand it off to their first back.
Oh, Weber in the backfield. Nice play by Drake Weber and
Byron Verdun.
Verdun, yes.
The ball carrier for Plano was Anthony LaSalle. Not much there. They're going to really just say he got back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. Quarterback for Plano is Samuel Cifuentes. He's got the height, and he's only a sophomore. He's 6'2". So that's a nice height for a quarterback.
Yep.
Now they'll have 2 backs, one on each side of their QB. Again, only a sophomore. And he's going to pass.
They're passing.
Straight drop back throws. It's caught. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. And Weber with a touchdown saving tackle. There was a missed tackle that allowed the ball carrier to get down the sideline and almost to the end zone.
Yeah, just that one tackle missed.
Cameron Williams with the reception for Plano. And just like that, the Reapers, 1st and goal at the Cavalier. It looks like about the 3-yard line. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. Yeah, it looks like it.
Rochelle, Rochelle, I don't think, completed a pass at all.
No, they had one attempt or two last week.
And handoff, and up the middle. He's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Nope.
Lycia, gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah, he's a 5'11", 165 yard.
Oh, and he's coming up limping. Their running back.
Oh,
that stinks.
Yep.
Oh man. Senior running back Anthony LaSalle coming out limping and got off the field, but he probably could have used some help getting off the field there.
Yep.
2nd and goal for Plano at the 2. So give him a yard on that carry. Cifuentes in the pistol, the sophomore quarterback.
Oh, he's going to run. Oh, he gets sacked in the backfield. Oh, great play. Hit first by Levi Reed and a couple other Cavs. I couldn't tell who that was, but Levi Reed with the first hit.
Yeah, that's a play of the game material right there from Levi Reed, as Mike mentioned. It was going to be a fake handoff and quarterback keeper, and the sophomore quarterback, Cifuentes, had 3 or 4 white jerseys right in his face, and Levi Reed with the sack, and that puts Plano now back at a 3rd and goal in a possible passing situation now at the 8-yard line.
Yeah, that's a big play by the Cavaliers defense.
And Plano going to talk about it here. Head coach is Rick Ponks. And so timeout Plano. A big loss of 6-7 yards on that play. Plano was knocking on the doorstep, and the Reapers suffering a loss in more ways than one with their top running back. Well, it looks to be up and moving much better, thankfully. That's good news on the sideline. LaSalle, number 34. So hopefully he can get back in the game, and especially when you see that, Mike, and you see seniors, you know that this is so important to them.
There's so few games that they get to play this year. They didn't get to play last year, so you hate to see a senior get hurt. So it is good to see him moving around.
And he's trotting on the sidelines during this timeout. Yeah, we're going to follow some scores throughout the day. Again, we mentioned Bureau Valley at Hall, Morris at Ottawa, Fieldcrest at Eureka, Sandwich at Sycamore, Rochelle at Canelan. Some of the other football games that just kicked off. 1 o'clock is kind of the seemingly the universal kickoff for Saturday games across the state.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see that Fieldcrest Eureka score because you got some 2 powerhouse teams there.
Yeah, it's nice that those 2 teams went ahead and scheduled each other in this season. So 3rd and goal. Spread out. 3 receivers set for Plano. They're going to run the end around. He's in the 5. Oh, he's kept out of the end zone. Looked like Hunter and also Verdun, the hit.
Yep, good play there. Got him, stopped him at the 1-yard line. So
kept him out for now. 4th and goal at around the 1, so they got the yardage back after that sack. And so let's see, a big, huge play early in this game. 4th and goal at the 1.
See what the Cavs defense can do here.
Now they got a different quarterback in there, Mike. Carson Gill.
Yep.
And he goes from under center. 4th and goal at the 1. And he's going to hand it off to a running back.
Oh, they're going to stop him.
They're going to stop him.
What a great play by the defense.
Eddie Sanchez got it. Drake Weber was near the bottom of that pile. Levi Reed as well. The Cavalier defense steps up again. They have not given up any points now through almost 5 quarters of football. Plano had it 1st and goal at the 2, and the Cavaliers turn the Reapers away. So Cavalier football now at their own 1-yard line.
That's a big series by the Cavalier defense to get the ball down to the 3-yard line and stop. That's great.
So let's see if the offense can do a long 99-yard drive here. Into the wind.
Into the wind, that'd be something. That'd be the drive of the game there.
And we will have a drive of the game at the end of this broadcast. So last week it was LP leaving some points on the board in the first half. So far it's been Plano. And there's a handoff. Looks like Carrico right up the middle, just trying to give LP some breathing room.
Yeah, you hate to be right on the goal line there, so he gets it all the way out to the 6-yard line.
So now you'll take that on a 1st down carry of about 5 yards for Matt Carrico. So 2nd and 5, LP at their own 6. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still no score between the Reapers and Cavaliers. We'll be back home next Friday night against Ottawa. Hartman back under center. And Tyler hands it back off to Carrico again, and that pile moves forward to about the 10.
Yep.
Should be 3rd and short coming up for the Cavs. 3rd and 1, a long one. Nothing fancy, but LP's gotten themselves breathing room. They've gotten the end zone.
Yeah, they're going to be playing the field position game here if Cavs don't get the 1st down.
3rd and 1. Let's see if Tyler calls his own number here.
Oh, hard count, possibly. No,
Plano, they did move a little bit, but stayed on their side of the ball. And there's another Carrico's got running room. Matt's got 1st down and more.
Look at that. He's kicking his legs. He got caught from behind, but all the way out to the 27-yard line. So 17-yard run.
Yeah, he just needed one. And as Mike mentioned, Carrico got out in the open field with blockers. But Plano was able to track him down. But a big gain by Carrico out to the 27-yard line, 17 yards, 1st down, LP.
That's a great play. Great play by the line, too.
Yep. So LP now back on the move. Hartman, handoff again, right back up the middle. Carrico maybe up to the 30. 29 probably, a little short of the 30.
Just short of the 30.
Second down and about 7 coming up here. A little over a minute to go in the first quarter. No score between the Cavaliers and Reapers. Just one receiver in this formation for the Cavs. Tyler Hartman back under center. And Tyler will keep it this time, and he's got one man to beat, and that man takes him down at the 35. Give Tyler 5, maybe 6 on that carry. Sets up a manageable third down and about
third and two. Yep.
Cavaliers at their own 35-yard line. Looks like they'll have one more play here in this first quarter. Much like last week, a lot of running, not many penalties, if at all, and so the game moves by pretty quickly.
Yep.
For third down and 2, the Cavs looking to keep this drive alive. 20 seconds to go. Hartman now settles in under center. In motion is Hunter. Tyler going to keep it.
He got caught from behind.
Yeah. Nice play for Plano. That was 56.
Yeah, Nehemiah Denton caught Tyler from behind and dragged him down.
Now, if you're LP, Mike, it's a no-brainer. You wait in this quarter so you have the wind at your back.
Yep.
That's first things first. And now you figure out if you want to go ahead and take a chance and go for it or play the more conservative route and punt it. Well, we'll tell you what they decide to do when we come back. We're through a quarter of play here in Plano, and no score. Cavs and Reapers scoreless after 1. Cavaliers with a big fourth down coming up right after this on your home for LP football, 103.9 WLPO.
You can get pretty banged up playing football if you're not careful. And sometimes, no matter how careful you are, your car gets banged up due to an accident. If you've had an accident, LaSalle Body and Fender will help you score the best deal in auto body, fender, collision, and dent repair. LaSalle Body and Fender's been in the Illinois Valley providing excellent auto repair for 3 generations, and they work with all insurance companies. When your car gets banged up, call LaSalle Body and Fender, and you can call them for 24-hour towing, 223-0598.
The Illinois Valley and Starved Rock Country Wake Up with Rod and Tom. Mornings on 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
All right, Jeremy Aiken, Mike Porter back here at Plano High School, and we're waiting to see what Coach Jose Medina and the Cavaliers decide here as Tyler Hartman was brought down from behind, lost a yard on that third down carry. Very rarely will Tyler get tackled behind the line of scrimmage, but it was a heck of a play by Plano.
Yeah, he had a lot of penetration from the opposite side.
And it'll be fourth down and 2. If you played the game by the book here, Mike, you would punt this early in the game, that deep in your side of the field, especially with a great defense that LP has shown.
Yep, you got the wind at your back now, so you get a good punt. Try to pin Plano back here on this side of the field.
So let's see what the Cavaliers have in mind.
Looks like they're going for it. I don't see a punt formation here.
Well, not sure what. Drake Weber is out there, who's the punter. I don't see Tyler Hartman.
No, I don't see him.
We got some kind of an interesting formation here. Oh, no, it's a regular offense. LP. They're going to go. Hartman's going to run the option.
He's got it. He's got the first down.
Yeah. Wow. Plano seemed to be as confused as we were. In fact, the LP, some of the offensive linemen really didn't move out of their position.
No.
And Tyler found enough running room, so that was a nicely drawn play as Hartman kept it and got it out to the 43. And that's a first down. I mean, it was really hidden to what LP was going to do there for a while. And they get the fourth down conversion. Hartman back under center. Trayvon Hunter goes in motion. Tyler keeps it again, and Tyler...
He put his shoulder down there and brought it all the way down to the 47.
Plano saying the ball came out. The officials, though, saying that was the ground caused the fumble, and that's LP's going to get that decision. Gain of about 4. So Tyler Hartman now getting into some rhythm. He only ran the ball, I think, once in that first quarter, or twice.
Yeah,
that second carry at the end, yeah. So second down and 6 for the Cavaliers. They're at their own 43-yard line. Hartman under center. Tyler keeps it
I think
again.
he's
He's got running room.
There's a lot of room on the side of the field. He's open.
All the way down the sideline, the LP sideline, and he will be brought out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Gain of nearly 30 yards. Hartman on the carry. As Mike alluded to, a lot of running room once he got outside of the line of scrimmage.
Once he got past that side of the field, it was open grass there, and he got 28 yards all the way down to the Plano 25, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cavs.
That's one of Tyler's longest runs of his high school career. He's more of a 4 yards here, 6 yards there kind of a back, but got out in the open field there. And they're going to give him a breather.
Yeah, but it looks like Whitfield's in now for the get the oxygen going over there.
Whitfield is under center, Sean Whitfield. And hands it off to the first man through is was that Larios, and he is bottled up.
There was no room there. No, that was number Swain, Chris Swain with the first carry.
LP had a few different players in on that play, and no gain on the play to Chris Swain. And they wanted to give Hartman a breather, and Tyler's going to sit this play out too. Hopefully he's not injured. Hopefully he's just catching his breath.
Yeah,
I can see him across the field.
Is he over there? Okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's just kind of chilling. 2nd down and 10. No gain on the play. Whitfield again under center. In motion is Hunter. Whitfield on the option pitch to Hunter. Trayvon fumbles it. Catches
he picked it up.
And he fumbles it again, but it goes out of bounds. Woof.
Well, that was a little dangerous. He fumbled it, then picked it up and fumbled it again, but it went, like you said, it went out of bounds. So
right at the Plano sideline, and really pretty much went out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
So no harm, no foul there. So still going to be 3rd and 10 for the Cavaliers.
And Hartman back in now. So 3rd and 10 for the Cavs at the 25. Now the wind is at their back, and we all know that Drake Weber can kick it. So I would argue right now LP's in Drake Weber's territory, in his range, if you will. But obviously they'd love to keep this drive alive and get 6. 3rd and 10 for the Cavaliers. Carrico, the lone back in the backfield. Hartman under center. Might be a false start. It was going to be 3rd.
False start there.
So it'll be 3rd and 15 now for the Cavs. First penalty of this afternoon's ball game.
Yeah, it's pretty obviously very clean, of course.
Yep. So 3rd and 15. LP did have a few of those penalties last week, the false start variety. Never a good time for those.
Nope, we got 2 receivers on the field here.
It's like Weber
and
Hernandez are the receivers. Straight drop back for Hartman. He's got time this time. Throws. Whitfield catch. 10, 5.
I think he reached across, but I don't know if he's going to give it to him.
Nope, they're going to say just outside the end zone. Sean Whitfield from Hartman over the middle. 1 yard away. That's 29. A gain of 29 yards. 3rd and 15. Hartman have time. Kudos to the offensive line. And found Sean Whitfield, who had been spelling Hartman at quarterback the last few plays. Whitfield, the headsy player that he is, he lunged for the end zone and just was kept out. Cavaliers, though, knocking on the door, 1st and goal at the 1. And they're in the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone for the first time this afternoon. Hartman under center now for the Cavs.
Hartman with the keeper.
No indication yet. Big pile up.
Boy, I tell you, the official's walking on the goal line there. But no.
Looks like he's going to be kept out. So they're going to have another try at it here.
No gain on that play.
2nd and goal from the half-yard line for the Cavaliers. What a play, though, to set this up with Hartman and Whitfield. Tyler back under center. Tyler will try it again.
I don't know. He's not.
Still no indication. Still nothing. And they're going to say he was stopped short again. Tyler's saying I got in, but
I don't know. The referee came from behind, was pointing to the ground, so.
Almost lost a half a yard. It looks like they're going to mark it about almost back at the 1. So LP had a goal line stand early, and now Plano's trying their hand at a goal line stand. 3rd and goal at the Reaper 1 yard line as Tyler Hartman tried punching in twice.
Yeah, they're going right into the teeth of the defense, right up the middle. So they might have to
go outside.
Outside a little bit here.
7.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Cavaliers looking to jump ahead. Carrico, the lone back behind Hartman. And Tyler going to keep it again.
Oh, he might have fallen in it.
Touchdown.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah,
Touchdown.
Hartman was hit outside the end zone, but
Yes,
fell
he was,
forward.
but, yeah, he kind of just fell into the end zone. So touchdown, Hartman.
That LP touchdown is brought to you by Town & Country Services, doing whatever it takes 24/7. Plumbing, electric, heating, and cooling for over 100 years. Go to townandcountryservices.com to find out more. From 1 yard out, quarterback Tyler Hartman gets the Cavaliers on the board. 6-0 at 7:15 to go here in the second quarter.
It was a long time coming there, but it was a good drive from the Cavaliers, 65 yards, mainly on the ground. A couple, one pass, that 29-yard pass to Whitfield.
Yeah, that was obviously the play of that drive, LP. Oh, and there's a trouble again on the extra point attempt.
Yeah, I don't know if that's they're having problems with the snapping. I'm not really sure the hold's there, but just not sinking there on the kicking game. So no extra point.
So the point attempt fails there, and it's 6-0 LP. Again, that was a Town & Country Services touchdown. So the Cavaliers, obviously with the leading contender for drive of the game, as they punch that one in after the big third down pass play, Hartman to Whitfield. And Whitfield almost got in, but was kept out. And then Hartman got in after his third try from the 1 yard line. 6-0 LP over Plano. Let's go ahead and take our first gander at the Subway scoreboard update. Early on, Hall jumping ahead of Bureau Valley. 6-0 Red Devils with the lead. After one quarter, Morris with a 7-0 lead over Ottawa. That's an Interstate 8 battle as well. So we'll continue to give you scores throughout the day. And again, the Subway scoreboard update brought to you by Subway in Spring Valley, Peru, LaSalle, Marseilles, and Oglesby. Enjoy a sandwich with freshly baked bread and fresh ingredients right in front of your eyes. Subway, eat fresh.
Well, it looks like obviously Weber's going to be doing the kicking duties, and I do want to throw out there a special announcement from Drake Weber. He wanted to wish his twin brother and sister, Quincy and Parker, happy birthday from Drake, and his grandmother Jackie is out there wishing them a happy birthday. So happy birthday to the Weber twins.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, nice kick by Drake there into the end zone. It looks...
Yeah, touchback.
Yep, touchback. Very good.
So Drake fired up by that birthday wish with a touchback. And Plano will start it at the 20-yard line. So, yeah, the Weber named quite the legacy in the last decade for LP. I know I called his sister Quincy in many games for
volleyball and basketball, of course.
Yep. You know, Parker was, I believe, the best Mark Habercorn impersonator around.
And I
Coach
believe back in the day, Rich Weber was on a lot of those undefeated Cavs teams from the late 70s. So we talked about that last night. So Weber's have been out for a while there.
And here's Plano back on offense. LaSalle, good to see, is back in the game.
Yep.
Cavaliers swallow him up pretty easily, though, on that carry.
Yep, Chris Swain again was in on the play there.
Yep, number 21, Chris Swain. Also in the area for the Cavaliers was number 55, Weston Wenzel, off the right end.
Yeah, Wenzel had a very good game last week on defense. He played it really hard, so good game by Weston last week.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 for the Reapers at their own 21-yard line. Now they got the back in the pistol set. 2 backs in the backfield with their sophomore quarterback. And
he's gotten met hard in the backfield.
Looked like Levi Reed blew that play up again, Mike.
Yeah, he was in. as soon as the ball carrier got the ball, he was there, and he's fired up on the Cavalier off our defensive line there. So loss of, 3 yards on that play. So.
I mean, they're lucky they even got that handoff off because Reed was in the backfield and must have just timed their snap count because he was just unblocked.
Yep, he destroyed that play there. So,
and just like that, Plano's looking at a 3rd and 12 on this drive. LP with the momentum on their side right now. The Reapers, a 3-receiver set. Sophomore quarterback Cifuentes is going to pass. He's rolling right, still looking. Dodges one Cavalier defender, and
he's going to be past the line of scrimmage now.
Yep,
so.
He went ahead and tucked it down at the LP sideline, got a few yards. but tackled at about the 24-yard line. So credit their quarterback. He made something out of nothing,
Absolutely. Yep.
And didn't, fling the ball somewhere to put it up for grabs.
Yeah, he gained about 6 yards on that, so.
They will have to punt.
Yeah, against this wind, they're not going to be doing much passing here on 4th down.
So the Cavaliers will start this drive in really nice field position.
Yeah,
Sean Whitfield.
you would think so.
They're at the punt into the wind. Their punter is just outside their 5-yard line here. Again, as Mike had mentioned, you got to keep these kicks low.
Oh, yep, he did.
He kept it really low. It takes Plano bounce.
Yep, very smart play by the Cavs not to touch it and just let it stop, and they're going to have 1st and 10 from 34-yard line.
So only a gain on that punt of really 10 yards for Plano. And it was kind of looked like it was almost off the side of his foot.
Yeah, I think the wind kind of pushed it down. I know we keep saying that, but you can't really say enough about that flag is just going crazy here.
Yeah, the flagpole, you can hear it up here in the press box. 1st and 10, LP now with the football at the Plano 34-yard line. And the Cavaliers leading 6-0, 4:50 to go in this first half. The Cavaliers have all their timeouts as well, in case that comes into play.
Yeah, you'd love to see the Cavs score right here before halftime.
Whitfield back under center again. And pushing the pile. We'll have to wait and sort this out.
Yeah,
they're still going.
Can't really tell who's got the ball.
Figure it's either that's Carrico.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look at about 8 purple jerseys around him.
So 7-yard gain on that play for Carrico.
And the Cavaliers at the Reaper 27-yard line. It'll be a second down and about
long 3 maybe.
Yeah, long 3. Yeah.
Maybe 4.
See if maybe Whitfield gets this set of downs at quarterback. Carrico, the fullback. Trayvon Hunter out there as well. And Trayvon will go in motion. Go back to Carrico, and he's got running room.
He's still on his feet. A
ball come loose. Plano's saying they have it.
I don't know.
Carrico got all the way inside the 20 and put the ball on the turf. Plano recovers. So the first turnover of the game goes against the Cavaliers. As Carrico had a heck of a run, but something happened in the pile, and he fumbles it. So that drive comes to an end, unfortunately, inside the Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone, as the Cavaliers turn the ball over.
Yeah, somebody must have punched the ball out there because he had a great run going there, and all of a sudden the ball was loose.
3:59 to go in this half now. Plano has it 1st and 10 at their own 13. Let's see if the LP defense, Mike, this is what you do now. You play that field position game. If LP can force them in a quick 4 and out, they have to punt it into the wind. So, folks, LP still got time to get the ball back and
there's
get
just
the offense.
Under 4 minutes left, so there's plenty of time here.
Yep. And Plano is going to spread it out with 3 receivers. Fuentes, the quarterback, going to keep it. He's going to look to pass. Throwing to the sideline, has a man. Stayed in bounds and hit hard, but out past the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Weber gave him a jolt there on the 32-yard line, but a gain of 19 yards.
Cameron Williams with the catch. So Plano is able to complete another big pass play. They've been effective passing, have not gotten anything on the ground against LP.
Nope.
So maybe Plano is going to do that, and maybe spread things out and go to the air a little bit more as this game progresses. Fuentes back in the pistol. And
Cam's got the ball.
Looks like there's a flag. Yeah, that might
start.
Wow, that might have. Oof, that would have been a turnover, but I was wondering kind of why everybody else was standing around except for the.
Yeah, the Cav with the that had the ball in his hand.
So Plano's first penalty of this game, and that'll move him back 5 yards. 1st and 15 coming up for the Reapers at their own 27-yard line. 6-0 LP with the lead. Kind of similar to last week where LP is only up by a score. Seems like maybe feels like they should be up by more than they are. Keep in mind, though, Plano was kept out of the end zone.
Yeah, Plano had the ball.
Pass a little too much, a little too hot for the intended receiver. Off his fingertips, Williams. That seems to be the number one target of Fuentes. Williams has made a couple big catches here early on. So the clock stops now at 3:10, and the clock is running. I have no idea why the clock's running. As soon as I said that, the clock started running.
There it goes.
If it was the NFL or college, they'd probably add the 5 seconds back on, but not sure they will with high school. Oh, I spoke too soon. They're on it.
The officials are
they're
on
gonna,
the ball.
It should be about 3:10. Well, they're going to add a full 15 seconds. All right, bonus football. So it'll be 2nd down and 15 for Plano after the incomplete pass. And they're going to pass it again. They're going to turn into a quarterback draw up the middle. And Weber with the tackle at about the 30. A gain of 3. So Drake hammered him down to the turf. So Plano now with a 3rd and long coming up, 3rd and about 11. Checking out of the game for the Cavs is Carson Mrowicki. Big guy playing a little both ways. Stand out on both sides of the football as far as the line goes.
Right on the line there. So 3rd and 11 here from their own 31.
Yeah, it's Plano not in too much of a hurry here. 3 receivers set once again. Hunter is on Williams. De Fuentes is rolling to his right. He's still rolling around. There's a flag way in the backfield.
Yeah, they might be calling a pass interference on the Cavs, but it looks like there should have been possibly
maybe intentional grounding.
But now there's a hold. Yep. They're going to call holding on the Cavalier defensive back.
Oh, that's a break because it was going to be a 4th down, and there's no way that he was going to be able to get anywhere near the receiver down the field.
That receiver was nowhere near possibly open receiver for that play, but now it's going to be 5 yards and an automatic 1st down.
So a big penalty goes against the Cavalier secondary. Is that the far back judge threw that flag. The action of the play was across the field, about 15 yards away, longer than that from where the penalty.
Yeah, it was nowhere near where the ball was going.
So it's going to be a 3rd down, actually, I guess. So they moved from the spot.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that would have been an automatic 1st down, but there they go.
15-yard penalty will move the ball up to the 47-yard line.
All right, so now we got it sorted out. 15-yard penalty. The Reaper Nation applauds that one. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 47.
Clock stops. 2:25 to go here in the first half. So tough penalty going against the Cavaliers there.
Oh, good defensive pressure there.
Yeah, he was looking for Williams across the way, but could not get it to him.
Yeah, I think that was Levi Reed again applying pressure. He's being a defensive standout here in the game so far.
Yeah, I think Levi is putting his bid in for player of the game here.
Yep. We got a clock stoppage here.
As it should, but it must have been running again.
Oh.
Okay, I hear at least one member of the Reaper Nation yelling up at the clock keeper.
He's going to stay put 10 seconds more on the clock.
Yeah, I couldn't quite hear the official. He's trying to communicate with those here in the press box. It was a win too much. They put 6 seconds back on.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
Sense.
2nd down and 10 for Plano at their own 48-yard line. De Fuentes, the sophomore quarterback, hands it off to Lacy up the middle. He's got some running room. At the LP 45-yard line, Drake Weber there. So was Luke Murtis for the Cavaliers. So they mark it at the LP 45. That's a gain and about 8.
Yep, 7-8 yards there.
So now Plano with a manageable 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Yep, they're in the Cavs territory here.
Plano's got 2 timeouts left. Might be about time where they start looking at taking a timeout if they're serious about trying to punch it into the end zone on this drive. De Fuentes, and they bring a receiver in motion. They're going to run with the quarterback, and he is going to be short.
No, he did not make 1st down there.
Ran out of bounds.
Still running up. The clock's still running.
Yeah, they said he got tackled inbounds.
4th down, no gain. Okay, so good play by the defense over on that side of the field. I couldn't tell who it was.
Yeah, there's a bunch of players on the far side of the football field. So 4th down and a long 3. It's a full 3 yards to get this first down for Plano. 1 minute to play in this first half. 1 minute to play. Plano sent Xavier Padilla.
And he's coming on the field late.
Yeah, and they got a new quarterback under center as well. Gilligan. Not Gilligan, but Gil.
Gilligan's out there.
Oh,
no.
They're going to throw it. I thought, they encroachment, so Plano gets a first down. LP bid on it.
Yep, hard count there.
Yeah, the quarterback is Gil.
Yes.
So I was trying to say it was Gil out there again.
Gil
not,
once
yes.
again.
Yes, not Gil again, yes.
So that's the Cavs' 3rd penalty of the half here, so not as clean as it was last week.
All right, we got a little breaking news here. Scott Anderson from Shaw Media is down on the field, and he says Tyler Hartman has an injured ankle. That's why we did not see him. And according to the training staff, he's doubtful to return.
Well, there is a player laying on the table there.
Yep, that's Tyler Hartman.
Didn't realize that.
So that's why Whitfield was out there.
Okay, so Hartman seems to be out of the game right now.
The Plano throws.
Nice play.
Oh, come on. Wow. Looked like a heck of a defensive play by Ethan Bell, but that same back judge going to throw another pass interference call on the Cavaliers.
Yeah, that's the same one who had thrown the holding call on that other play earlier in the drive here. So going to call pass interference on this one.
So this drive's been aided by some penalties against the Cavaliers secondary. Wow, 15-yard penalty. There's only 23 seconds to go in this first half. Now the clock will stop. So Gil is in at quarterback. So 1st and 10 for Plano.
Yeah, that looked like a really nice defensive play
by Bell, but it goes against LP. And Gil going to keep it. And Weber runs him down.
Nice play by Drake Weber there, catching him from behind.
And Plano's going to call a timeout. It's their second of the half. And I must ask, how did only 1 second come off the clock on that play?
Yeah, I'd say that took longer than 1 second.
There was 23 and a half seconds to go before that play. Only 1.3 seconds. I know Drake's fast.
Yeah.
And ran him down, but
yeah, I mean, he gained 4 yards on the play, so he ran that 4 yards in barely a second.
Wow. All right, well, you get some of that home stuff going on. 6-0 LP with the lead over Plano as the Reapers use a timeout with 22.2 seconds to go. Tyler Hartman, the injured quarterback for the Cavaliers. It's a big story here for the LP Cavs with Hartman out with an injury. And again, kudos to Shaw Media. Scott Anderson down on the sideline says he took a spike to the ankle.
Okay.
So hopefully Tyler, if he misses the rest of this game, hopefully he can get back. And, I'm sure he'd love to play Ottawa one more time in his high school career. So now his teammates have to step up for Tyler as he is out with an injury. 2nd down and 6 coming up for Plano. They only have 1 timeout left, 22.2 seconds to go.
Let's watch the clock on here.
Yeah. De Fuentes back to pass, throwing, and almost intercepted.
Yep. Great play by the defensive backs back there.
By Whitfield, Mike, with the batted ball, the pass defense. 3rd and 6. That play somehow took almost 6 seconds, which was accurate. I'm just saying that still kind of little.
Yeah, it's something to think about here as we go.
Well, and the head official was winding his arm like, all right, let's make sure the clock runs here.
Yep.
3rd down and 6 at the 25-yard line of LP. Let's see if the Cavalier defense can make another stand. De Fuentes is the quarterback, and he's back to pass, looking towards the end zone.
He's throwing the end zone.
Up for grabs.
It's got to be intercepted.
Another flag came out.
They cannot be calling a penalty on that.
David Narkis picked it off, and what's the call here? It's the same back official threw another flag. Oh, he's picking it up.
He picked
All right.
it up. All
I mean,
right.
what the?
Yeah, there was no way. I mean, that was a great play by the Cavalier defense, and they're waving that flag off. So yeah, the Cavaliers are going to have the ball 1st and 10 inside their own 10.
Now you just kind of take a knee and go to the to halftime
10
with
seconds
this
left.
lead.
That's one play, one knee, and then you're done.
So nice interception by the senior
Narcus?
David Narcus. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's number 1?
Yeah, he was the victim of one of those early penalties.
So it's not even a touchback because he was outside the end zone.
Nope.
So, yeah, LP, I would think. And I just hand it off, maybe do a handoff to Carrico.
Yep. Just keep it inside and let the clock run out for the
Or
quarter.
Whitfield with the keeper here. They do Carrico, and he's off left tackle. Patton with running room up the middle.
Well, hey, he's going to pad the stats here for going to get it all the way down.
25-yard line.
So it's a 21-yard run by Carrico.
The clock should have stopped when you moved the chains, but it kept going. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but it's going to be halftime. I mean, LP would have 75 yards to go anyway. But
yeah, no, that was definitely going to be the last play of the quarter. So I don't know what's going on. When are they going to let them play?
Well, I think the officials realized that they should have had some time.
Okay.
But there's been some issues. And again, LP's not going to try anything. I see the Cavaliers did go ahead and take a timeout. Can't take them with you, so mines will take the timeout.
Got to use them.
Whitfield under center. LP does have the wind at their backs, and they'll get it off to Carrico, and that'll be it for the first half. Matt gets about 2-3 yards on the carry. So we've played a half. It's been bumpy at times, and LP has lost their starting quarterback, Tyler Hartman. And the Cavaliers have not given up any points through 6 quarters of this season. 6-0 LP with the lead over Plano. You're listening to Cavalier Football, 103.9 WLPL. We'll be back with some first half numbers and thoughts after this. Cavaliers up 6-0 over the Reapers.
If you're looking for the best election coverage, you know WLPO is the place to go. You'll get up-to-the-minute results on all the local races and hear from the
in one of the tackles,
I
think you got a
spike to the ankle.
Join WLPO's award-winning news team for the best election coverage this Tuesday night starting at 8 o'clock. Election coverage on WLPO is brought to you by...
there's a newspaper guy we know. He's down on the sideline.
Call attorney
Scott Anderson.
at 534-9220.
Yeah, he's down there.
Respected and trusted, just like 103.9 WLPO.
Improve the appearance and value of your home with new replacement windows and doors from Coolmaster. Stop in now and ask about Coolmaster's selection of Energy Star rated windows and doors. They'll help you reduce your energy consumption year-round. Invest in your biggest investment with help from Coolmaster. For a free estimate, call or visit the Suarez family at Coolmaster. They've been serving the Illinois Valley for more than 60 years on 2nd Street in downtown LaSalle. Coolmaster, the area's leader in window and door replacement.
Wouldn't it be nice to bank within your community and know that your funds stay local? Hi, this is Mike Porter from Eureka Savings Bank. Here at Eureka, we are as local as it gets. Get your loan where the decision is made locally. Get help with all your banking questions from Eureka's helpful team made up of locals from your great community. When you bank with Eureka, you invest in your community. Local lending, local decisions, local people, and convenient local locations. Visit Eureka locally in LaSalle, Mendota, Oglesby, and Peru. Hablamos Español, member FDIC.
Did you know that most adults with autism are unemployed, and a major hurdle is the lack of job opportunities? That's why Autism Speaks is teaming up with Lee Container, the J. Donald and Laurel Lee Family Foundation Fund, and Delivering Jobs to create a more inclusive workforce in the U.S. Are you an HR professional, community leader, or business owner? Join us in creating a workforce where people of all abilities can contribute and thrive. To learn more, visit autismspeaks.org/employment.
Furnished by the Entertainment Industry Foundation.
Today on Hey Culligan, buy 2 save. Here's a text from Devin in Denver. Hey Culligan, I'd love a water softener, but I don't want to pay for it. Devin, I can't help you there, but a Culligan high-efficiency softener can help you save oodles on energy and detergent, so the savings can be even greater than the cost. And I'm getting a mind-blown emoji followed by, yes, please. Devin, the savings are already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test with the local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Scott J. Harrell, working for you. keeping your taxes low, bringing you family recreation, creating financial reserves, saving for your future, rebuilding aging infrastructure, economic development to expand your city, bringing jobs to Peru.
It will be my privilege to keep working for you. I am Scott J. Harrell, and I am asking for your vote on Tuesday, April 6th. Thank you for your support.
Paid for by Scott J. Harrell, Campaign for Mayor.
Listen wherever you go. FM 1039, AM 1220. Streaming at classichits1039WLPO.com. And with the free WLPO app for your mobile device.
Jeremy Aiken and Mike Porter back here at Plano High School, and it's been a defensive struggle, I guess, here in the first half with 6-0. Your score, the Cavaliers ahead of the Reapers. Only one score of the game was a 1-yard TD run at 7:15 of the second quarter by Tyler Hartman. The PAT failed. Each team has turned the ball over once. LP's turnover came in the second quarter, a fumble by Matt Carrico. And Plano's turnover was an interception late in the half by their quarterback, C. Fuentes, and a nice interception for the Cavaliers by David Narcus. So that's a brief summary of the scoring and turnovers, and bring Mike Porter in. Mike, some numbers. I mean, Carrico, another nice game so far for the Cavaliers. Yeah, it's
going to be a brief summary on the stats here for the first half. There wasn't too much. Carrico, yes, he did lead the Cavs with 80 yards rushing. He did have that fumble, of course. Tyler Hartman also had 48 yards rushing in that first half. He also had the one completion for 29 yards to Woodfield get down to the goal line. So Cavaliers did have that one turnover, of course, and 4 penalties. So, of course, that could play a part here going forward, because I don't believe the Cavs had more than 2 or 3 in the entire game last week. So they are being penalized a little bit more this game, and of course without their starting quarterback they're going to have to adjust a little bit too. So hopefully Woodfield can take over here in the third quarter going on, and just keep the Cavs offense going. And that Cavalier defense has just been fantastic. I've counted about 50 yards total yards for the Plano for that first half. So if Cavs can do that in the second half, I don't see how they can lose this game.
Yeah, the defense has just been tremendous so far for the Cavaliers, and it's nice to have a backup plan and an athlete like Sean Whitfield. Obviously wish Tyler Hartman would be able to be out there, but Tyler continues to get some treatment on the trainer's table across the way. Again, reporting by Shaw Media's Scott Anderson, who's down over on the sideline for LP, is that Tyler would be doubtful to return in this game. He was injured in a pileup and then close to the end zone on one of LP's drives, got spiked, and so hopefully Tyler can get some attention to that ankle and get back, if not in this game, hopefully be ready for next week against Ottawa.
Yeah, I know his relatives out in Ohio are wishing him speedy recovery. Of course, they were here at the first game. They were able to witness his game last week versus Rochelle, and his younger brother's game also is, I believe, Hartmans have a freshman out there playing too. So I know the Hartmans will be going for several more years here at LP. Of course, they've got another younger son too. So Hartmans are going to be around for a while here at LP. But so I know the relatives in Ohio are looking for Tyler to get back on the field.
I'm sure talk to the opponent media, and I'm sure they're like, really, another Hartman? Had that last week with Rochelle. There was a Harvey and an Ehlers, and it's like you get some of these names coming through schools, brothers and sisters and girls sports that
you definitely recognize names as they go.
So the Hartman athletes continuing to come through the LP system. So 6-0 the Cavaliers leading the Reapers here at halftime. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll check the Subway scoreboard update, and we'll also come up with our Gergovich family chiropractor second half adjustment. Not a lot of scoring so far today, but the one score is in favor of the Cavaliers, a 1-yard touchdown run by Tyler Hartman. It's LP 6, Plano nothing from Plano High School. Back with more halftime coverage on your home for LP Cavalier football, 103.9 WLPO.
Springtime is the perfect time to fix up your home. Do you need new windows, or have you been dreaming about a porch or a new outdoor space? Or maybe it's finally time for an addition to your home. Or is this the year you buy that new home? Hi, this is Tara Stefanich with First State Bank. We're ready to help you with a loan designed to fit your needs. And if you're ready to refinance or need a new mortgage loan, First State Bank is the bank for you. Visit me at First State Bank in Ottawa today. First State Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Bill Walsh Automotive, a proud sponsor of tonight's Drive of the Game. While a great drive is important in football, Bill Walsh knows what you drive is crucial to your home team. From work and school to the big game, you need a dependable ride that will get you and your team where they need to be safely, on time, in comfort and style. Find your perfect drive right now at BillWalsh.com and keep listening for tonight's Drive of the Game. It's brought to you by Bill Walsh Automotive and BillWalsh.com, where you can find your next drive without doing any driving at all.
In 2004, Dave Danigay was looking for a way to honor the former high school in his hometown of Mineral, Illinois. He had stories from family members as well as facts and figures from various sources, and while going through yearbooks, he noticed a pattern. Not only had Mineral closed its doors, but some of the schools they played against in basketball, football, baseball, and track also closed their doors as well. That's when Danigay created the website Illinois High School Glory Days. Over 1,160 schools are featured on the website, which debuted in January 2005. You'll find facts about the towns where these schools were located, the history of education in these communities, as well as school songs, win-loss records, and names of famous alums from these schools. From Kaskaskia to Chicago, Galena to Haven, Rock, and everywhere in between. Come check out IllinoisHSGloryDays.com. Remember, IllinoisHSGloryDays.com and Classic Hits 103.9 WLPO. Still hearing the school bells, even though the schools are gone.
No matter who we are or where we come from, we all experience difficulties in life.
Military veterans know that sometimes it takes strength and determination to make it through.
Whether it's obvious physical challenges or struggles on the inside, it takes strength to ask for help when you need it.
I knew that I had to get support, not just for me, but for the sake of my wife and kids.
Talking about it has helped me feel more like myself again.
Honestly, it was hard to open up at first, but it's changed my life for the better.
Learn how veterans like us have reached out for help, and hear stories of strength and recovery at MakeTheConnection.net.
These are a couple of great teams, but the real super groups like AC/DC, Def Leppard, and Journey play after the game. 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Jeremy Aiken and Mike Porter back here at Plano High School as we continue our halftime show on 103.9 WLPO. It is the St. Margaret's Health halftime show. Stay on top of your game with help from St. Margaret's Health and Dr. Shin. He's the Illinois Valley's only doctor certified in both orthopedics and sports medicine. LP 6, Plano nothing. Time for our Gergovich Family Chiropractic second half adjustment. Everyone needs a chiropractor on their healthcare team. Go to Gergovich.com to see all the ways having a chiropractor on your team can help you on your way to a healthy lifestyle. And Mike, even though it's only 6-0, you still have a good feeling about this game overall. And even though Tyler Hartman's across the way with his jersey now off on the trainer's table, you got a competent backup quarterback in a Sean Whitfield. You got a running game that's been working well with Matt Carrico, and you got a defense that is just playing above and beyond so far without giving up any points. So you almost get that feeling if you're LP, Mike, if they can get another score of any kind, make it a two-possession game, that can win this one and move on to next week.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably the what Coach Medina's saying to the players over the other side. They just got to keep doing what they're doing. Don't really change anything other than, maybe try to be a little smarter, with those penalties.
Right.
Maybe some of them were questionable. It's hard to say from up here, of course, but I think Whitfield, like you said, is a competent backup. He is an athlete. He did catch that one pass down to the goal line in the first quarter or first half. So I think if they Cavs just do what they're doing, with Carrico running the ball and defense playing like they are, and even Weber get a field goal or something or another, I think the Cavs will definitely hold on to this game.
6-0 right now. That is our Gergovich second half adjustment. And time now for a Subway scoreboard update. It's brought to you by Subway in Spring Valley, Peru, LaSalle, Marseilles, and Oglesby. Enjoy a sandwich made with a freshly baked bread and fresh ingredients right in front of your eyes. Subway, eat fresh. And checking the Subway scoreboard update, at the half. Hall leads Bureau Valley 6-0. So just like this one, offense hard to come by in that game between Hall and Bureau Valley. Also, in a Interstate 8 game, it's all Sycamore. The Spartans will have a running clock in the entire second half. They lead Sandwich 42-0. Last check from Ottawa, it was Morris leading after one quarter, 7-0 over the Pirates. Of course, we'll see the Pirates next Friday. And big news coming down in the college basketball wire, Mike. I don't know if you heard, but Porter Mosier apparently leaving Loyola to take the head coaching job at Oklahoma. Not DePaul, not anywhere in Illinois or in the Midwest, but going out to Oklahoma.
Well, honestly, that's not a surprise. Obviously going from the conference
Missouri
Valley to the Big 12.
Right.
That's quite a step up. And Oklahoma's, obviously they're known as a football team, but I think their basketball team has done pretty well over the last couple of years. So not a shocker that he's going somewhere. I was surprised, that he didn't, the first time they got to the Final Four.
Right.
But, so, that's a tough loss for Loyola, but they're just going to have to pick up and try to find someone else.
Yeah, and, of course, Oklahoma's last head coach was Lon Kruger, former Illini coach who retired.
Yep.
So that's where Porter Mosier is going. So wish him well and see how that goes. Loyola, again, made a run, of course, this year pretty far into the tournament. And the Final Four continues later today. And let's see, we got Baylor and Houston is the first game out at about 4:14 officially. Not 4:15, but 4:14. So if you get to your TV at 4:15, you've already missed some of the action. And then the second game will be UCLA and Gonzaga tonight. So,
then there was a big game last night with the UConn women going down to Arizona. So the women's championship has two West Coast teams with Stanford and Arizona. So I'm sure the East Coast aren't too interested in that game, I would think. But the women played their Final Four yesterday.
So we'll take one final break as both teams are back on the field, getting their last bit of stretches in, and we'll again take a break and come back, and we should be ready for the second half kickoff. It's LP 6, Plano nothing. Cavaliers will have the football when we come back on your home for LP Cavalier football, 103.9 WLPO.
When it comes to orthopedic care and sports medicine, you're in great hands at St. Margaret's Health. Get back to living a full, active lifestyle or take care of that nagging sports injury. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Perona, Mitchell, Shin, and Kasich are redefining excellence with an unprecedented program for joint replacement and the area's most advanced technology and techniques in sports medicine. Visit aboutsmh.org/ortho to find a location near you. From nagging sports injuries to joint replacement surgery, you can count on the orthopedic surgeons at St. Margaret's Health.
Here are 3 great activities you can plan to do in Starved Rock Country. Take a spring guided hike at Starved Rock State Park. These fun-filled group excursions will be offered every Saturday and Sunday, departing from the Starved Rock Lounge lobby at 10 a.m. Call 815-220-7386 to reserve your space today. Visit PickUsOttawaIL.com to start planning a girls' getaway road trip. These limited-time customizable travel packages allow you to take advantage of some of the town's most exciting tours, fantastic dining opportunities, and luxurious lodging options, all at great discounted rates. For more information, be sure to follow Ottawa, Illinois Visitor Center on Facebook. Visit Rosati's Pizza and Sports Pub in Ottawa this Saturday, April 3rd, where customers will be treated to free live music by the talented Erica Renee. Erica will be playing an eclectic mix of both originals and reworked covers on mandolin and guitar. This night will book up fast, so reserve your spot today by calling 815-324-9559. For more activities you can do in the area, visit StarvedRockCountry.com and like us on Facebook at Starved Rock Country.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Jessica Strauch, right here in Peru, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Jessica and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Jessica Strauch, it's easy to switch and save.
This is Jessica Strauch. Give me a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Life's most satisfying events start with planning. Make sure you don't leave your final wishes to chance. This is Art Mueller. The Mueller Funeral Homes will help you get started with Pathway, a life insurance program that is designed to be used exclusively to fund funeral arrangements. We can help you start the planning process with a no-obligation consultation. Your loved ones will be grateful. Learn more about funeral pre-arrangements by calling any Mueller Funeral Home and asking about Pathway from Pekin Life Insurance Company.
If you see mistakes on your bank or credit card or even an explanation of your medical benefits, it's a possible indication of identity theft. Learn more at ftc.gov/ID theft. Local certified technicians can examine your child's car safety seat. Make an appointment through Peru Police. Mendota is fighting crime through Crime Stoppers. 538-7777.
Be in the know in Starved Rock Country with Rod and Tom. Mornings on 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Jeremy Aiken and Mike Porter back as we're ready for second half football. And I may have misspoke before we went to the break. LP did get the ball to start the game, so they will kick off to open the second half. So Drake Weber will be kicking into the wind here. Got to think a squibber is forthcoming here for Drake Weber. Even with that in mind, Plano will have two guys right outside their end zone. We're ready for second half football. LP up 6-0 over the Plano Reapers. And Drake does kick it low on the ground. It's going to be taken at about the 25-yard line. He just kind of fell on it. Not a bad idea when you're one of the upmen. That's kind of what you're taught to do as one of the upmen.
Yeah.
He's just fall on it. Everybody was kind of looking at him. Why didn't he run it? But
yeah, the 5'11", 200-pound backup tight end was not ready to return that one.
No. So it'll be 1st and 10 Plano at their own 24-yard line to start this second half.
Oh, and I just got a comment online that's saying that the video feed on your on the YouTube is great, so keep that up down there.
Yeah, we urge everybody to let all your friends and family, relatives, LP alums know that something new this season. You can listen and watch the LP Cavalier football feed. Just go to YouTube, search Starved Rock Media, subscribe to our channel, and watch every Cavalier game. And there was a handoff that went for a pretty good yardage for Eddie Sanchez, but a flag flew, which would tend to be in the area of a hold on the offensive line.
Number 55 for the Cavaliers, Wenzel.
Wenzel made the tackle, but thinking a hold is coming against Plano, but we'll see. And yes, it is a hold on the Reapers. So it'll be first down over after the nice gain. Will be negated due to the penalty. But yeah, I want to give props to Zach Shaw, who's down doing the camera work right below me and Mike here in the press box. And yeah, really fantastic. I want to thank John Spencer for allowing us to bring video coverage to you this year for LP Cavalier football. But yeah, subscribe to Starved Rock Media's YouTube page, and there's sports on there. We had our mayoral forum on there as well. And if you like things that go boom, you can watch the Utica Bridge Implosion on there. Watch it over and over again. First down and long now. First and 15. Yeah,
first and 20 it looks like.
And the quarterback has it.
Nice. I think that's Levi Reed once again.
Levi Reed with the sack. He's got to watch it a little bit.
Yep. He can't go too crazy. We've seen that before.
Yeah, he's looking over the quarterback, and has to be careful. But Levi's having a fantastic game today. He's been a big difference maker defensively. Number 48 for the Cavs gets the quarterback sack. And Plano is, all the way back inside their 15-yard line now.
Yeah, they're on the 12, so it's at 22, second and 22.
The first down marker is on about the 34. Second down and long. Straight drop back pass, and he's going to be brought down.
Sacked again. Was that
Reed there and Wenzel?
Weston Wenzel. He was really big last week, so great to see him hit it this today. So between Reed and Wenzel, their defense has been fantastic.
Yeah, the quarterback Samuel Cifuentes had nowhere to go.
So they're on the 10, and they got to get to the 35. So 3rd and 25, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're right.
That banking.
I say comes in handy.
Comes in handy. I don't even have my calculator today. So
Mike taking the lead when it comes to math here. 3rd and a long way to go. They're going to pass again. He throws, caught over the middle, and hammered down by Trayvon Hunter. Also there for the Cavaliers was Ethan Bell, and it's going to be well short of a first down.
Yep, they just wanted to get forward progress a little bit there, so good play by Plano, but Cavs defense holds here.
Back to punt for Plano will be Juan Urbina. And back to receive the punt for Cavaliers will be Sean Whitfield. And Tyler across the way has the use of crutches, as we see now. And Whitfield figuring the wind's at his back. That's why Sean's backing up. Oh, almost a block. And takes a Plano bounce to the 40, and boy, it's still rolling.
Wow. Yeah, that wind just
turning into a very nice punt for Plano's Urbina.
Yeah.
Hunter got in there and dove. Trayvon almost got a hand on it. Still pretty good field position for the Cavs, but really nice punt, as it turned out for Plano.
Yeah,
and
considering he was punting from probably inside his 10.
Yeah. So LP will have it 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Again, Sean Whitfield in at quarterback with Tyler Hartman out for the rest of this game. And the shortened season, we'll see the prognosis going forward for the talented senior quarterback.
See if he can come back for the Ottawa game.
So Sean Whitfield taking over play calling for the Cavaliers. Carrico in the backfield, who looks to be eclipsing 100 yards for the second straight week if he can keep it going. Whitfield the keeper. Sean turns it inside, and he's past midfield, and he's close to a first down for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it looks like they're marking it right at midfield, so I don't know. I thought he
gave him 9.
Yeah, so
I think Whitfield brings more speed than Hartman. Tyler's a bigger quarterback. But Whitfield, I think, has more of that breakaway potential with speed. Both very talented. 2nd and 1 for the Cavs right at midfield. In motion is Weber. Whitfield going to run the option, and Sean turns it inside. First down and more. About 47 or so.
3-yard gain on that play.
Yep.
So first down.
First down LP as they're quickly in the Plano side of the football field at the 47-yard line. Cavaliers up 6-0. We talked about, in our humble opinions, if LP can get another score with the way the defense has been playing.
Well, heck, especially now if they're going against the wind here on this drive. So they just keep it up.
6-0 LP. Whitfield going to run the option again. Pitches it.
Oh,
Trayvon
nice pitch by
turns the corner. 45-40. 35-30. Still going down the sideline. Trayvon tackled down near the 20.
Nice play by Trayvon Hunter. I tell you, he pitched it at the last possible second.
Yeah, it was a nice.
Trayvon was wide open on the side of the far side of the field.
Nice play too, Mike, by Whitfield. Like I said, Sean waited for the very last second to pitch that on the option. Great catch by Trayvon, who went down the sideline all the way down to the 21, so gain about 26 on the option play to Trayvon Hunter. Cavaliers in business. They say he was tackled inbounds, clock running. 1st and 10 Cavs at the Reapers' 21-yard line.
Yep, that was the ideal option play right there.
Whitfield going to run the option again. Sean turns it up, and nothing there. About 5 Reapers tackle him. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage if he's lucky there.
Yeah, if he's lucky. 2-yard loss there, so they called it.
So Cavaliers tried the option again. Plano was ready that time. 7.5 to go here in the third quarter. 6-0 LP over Plano. Cavaliers, though, in business here at the Plano 23-yard line. Whitfield going back under center for the Cavs. In motion is Trayvon Hunter. Handoff Carrico, and Matt bounces outside.
Nice run by Carrico.
Yep.
Hit hard, I tell you.
Yeah, he got clubbed pretty good.
Down to the 16, so that's a 7-yard gain by Carrico. His first run of the third quarter.
He's been the most effective runner so far for the Cavaliers today. But that's a nice gain. The 3rd down and about 6 for the Cavs. LP back inside the Illinois Valley Credit Union. Illinois Valley Credit is the red zone sponsor for this high school football game. Illinois Valley Credit Union now offering Visa cards with interest rates as low as 9.9%. Contact IVCU today for all the details.
Boy, I tell you, Carrico just keeps from driving his legs. He was stopped at the line of scrimmage and brought it all the way down into the 14 maybe.
Yeah, Carrico with that carry. He is short of the first down. So it'll be 4th down and about 3 yards to go.
Yeah, 4th and a long 3 from the 13, and it's definitely not. I saw Drake Weber was warming up on this side of the field, and it was going all over the place here, so it's definitely a 4-down territory.
Yeah, into the wind. If it was the other side of the field, Drake would have plenty of plenty of distance to get a field goal here. So LP will go for it. Whitfield under center. Sean going to pass. Throws. And it looks to be complete.
Oh, it is complete.
To Reese Kurtz.
Reese Kurtz with his first catch of the year.
A real quick zing the pass out there to Kurtz. It wasn't pretty, but it goes for a first down, kind of a sidearm throw by Whitfield. And nice job by the senior Reese Kurtz keeping that drive alive. And the Cavaliers first and goal at the Reaper 9-yard line.
Yeah, that's a nice play. Whitfield rolled out to that side of the field and just kind of, like you said, zinged it in there.
Cavaliers looking for that 2-possession lead. Whitfield gets back to Carrico, and he was bottled up pretty good. Yeah. Maybe a yard on the carry or on the gain for Carrico.
Nice play by the defense there, bottling that one up.
It'll be second and goal from the 8. 5 minutes and counting now. 6-0 still, LP with the lead over Plano. Carrico remains in the game. Weber and Hunter are the wing backs. Hunter will go in motion. Whitfield going to throw again. Throws. Caught.
Oh, I think that's a touchdown.
Wide open.
That was Osvaldo Hernandez with the catch.
An 8-yard TD pass. Whitfield surprised me. I think surprised Mike and many. Went to the air.
Yeah, that ball just kind of floated up in the air, and Hernandez jumped up and grabbed it before the defender can get it. So that was a nice play by both of them to get that 8-yard touchdown pass.
So that's a big-time contender for drive of the game as the Cavaliers punch it in for their first score of the second half at 4:43 to go, and it's the Cavs leading 12-0.
And they're going for 2.
Yeah, they're going for 2 to try to make it 14. Whitfield running the pitch. Hunter turns it inside. Trayvon got in there.
Got in with the 2-point conversion. So that's a big play, 14 zip now. So Plano's got to get 2 touchdowns.
Hunter with a nice cutback on that 2-point conversion from Whitfield. So that touchdown brought to you by Town & Country Services, doing whatever it takes 24/7. Plumbing, electric, heating, and cooling for over 100 years. Go to townandcountryservices.com to find out more. That 2-point conversion, by the way, brought to you by Financial Plus Credit Union. They belong to you, and that's the plus at Financial Plus Credit Union in Peru, Ottawa, Mendota, Morris, and Diamond. 14-0. LP with the lead over the Plano Reapers. 8-yard touchdown pass. Sean Whitfield to Osvaldo Hernandez, who was wide open in the end zone, the junior wide receiver, with his first catch of the year, and what a big one it was with a second score for LP this afternoon.
Great time to get your first catch of the year, and although that drive was only 59 yards,
just a statement drive.
It was a statement drive against the wind. You know, your starting quarterback's out. You know, Whitfield grabs the reins and drove the team to the touchdown. So, good job for the Cavaliers.
2 big passes by Whitfield. Of course, that 4th down conversion pass was huge to Reese Kurtz. To keep that drive alive, and Reese will go out and hold the football for Drake Weber here. The wind would easily blow it off the tee today. So Drake will try another squib kick here against the wind. And there it is. See if Plano they will try to return this one at the 25, the 30. Cuts it in 35-yard line, and will be tackled by the Cavs just shy of the 40. It's a pretty good starting field position for Plano coming up.
Yeah, well, you got to expect that, you know, with those short kicks. So not much else you could do for the Cavs,
And it'll be 1st and 10 to start this drive for LP at their own 39. We'll get you another Subway scoreboard update here coming up momentarily. Red Devils in Bureau Valley over on 99.3 WAJK. Hall looking for their first win of the season. Of course, Nick Guarini taking over, a Hall alum, assistant coach. Randy Tiemann had a ton of success for the Red Devils, stepped down as their head coach. So Red Devils looking to get their first win of the year against Bureau Valley. St. Bede off to a nice start this year. There's Lycia with a carry off the right side. And Weber was there. Verdun was there as well. Yep. Nothing gained on that play for Lycia. 2nd and 10. This LP defense, fantastic to start this season.
Yeah, and they're starting to feel a little bit of confidence here now. They've got 4 minutes to go for another shutout quarter. So
2nd and 10 coming up for Plano at their own 39-yard line. Let's see if Plano goes back to the air. They will. Straight drop back pass. Throwing deep, and it is incomplete.
Yep, there was no chance on that one.
Cameron Williams, the intended receiver, and it was beyond him. Providing coverage was Ethan Bell. Ethan's had an interception here this afternoon.
Yeah, it was good coverage. I mean, that ball was well overthrown, so I think it carried with the wind once again.
Yeah, I think, you're right. It was a nice spiral.
Yep.
And he had his best receiver, Williams, with man-to-man coverage, so not a bad idea to hit him down the sideline, but the ball did sail. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now for Plano. So the Reapers in danger of putting the ball right back in LP's hands here pretty quickly. 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Cavaliers up 14-0. And Plano going to have to use a timeout.
Yep.
So that'll leave them with 2 here in the second half.
Well, it's an important play here for Plano. Yeah. They need to get a first down for get this drive going.
Gives us time to take a look at our Subway scoreboard update, brought to you by Subway in Spring Valley, Peru, LaSalle, Marseilles, and Oglesby. Enjoy a sandwich made with freshly baked bread and fresh ingredients right in front of your eyes. Subway, eat fresh. Third quarter, Hall scores again. They're up 12-0 over Bureau Valley. Last check, it was Sycamore with a clock runner over Sandwich. That game was 42-0. Halftime, Ottawa and Morris. It's 7-0 Morris with a lead over Ottawa, so the Pirates are hanging tough. Sycamore, by the way, now leading 49-0 over Sandwich.
I wonder what kind of how Ottawa with the weather, the wind's doing down there by the river, to see if that's affecting that game. Because that's a pretty good play for Ottawa playing against Morris.
So again, LP will play Ottawa next week. So we'll keep an eye on that one. 3rd and 10 after the timeout. See what the Reapers come up with here. Their sophomore quarterback, Samuel Cifuentes. Again, goes 6'2". And he's dropping back to pass.
Cavs
has
putting
time,
pressure.
Not anymore. You were right, Mike.
Yep.
Looked like Verdun got in there, would give him the sack.
Yeah, Will Doherty was down there, and Levi Reed was around the area, so the Cavs dialed up a lot of pressure on that play, and the quarterback had no chance.
So big loss, a sack by Verdun, Byron, and Plano will have to punt it. I don't think that was what they drew up in that timeout to happen.
No.
But the Cavalier defense is just flying around and having a lot of fun right now.
Yep.
There's the punt. Good snap. Pretty good kick.
Yeah, not a bad punt.
And Sean's going to return this one. Whitfield at the 28.
He's got a lot.
30. Misses a tackle. 40.
Oh.
And Whitfield with a nice, about 15-yard gain on the punt return.
Yeah, so good field position for the Cavaliers at their own 43.
And Sean's running off the field, so maybe they're going to start with a different quarterback at least to start the possession, give him a little break. You kind of worry about using him now because you got to keep him healthy.
Yeah.
With Tyler injured.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily want him to be returning punts.
Yeah, Whitfield's coming back. But, yeah, he trotted off like it's almost like he was going to go to the sidelines. He's just getting the play. $14-0 Cavs, 2:56 to go here in the third quarter. See if the Cavaliers can get a long drive here, run a lot of clock out of this one, and just kind of put the Reapers away. Whitfield going to keep it, and Sean's going to turn it up at the 46, maybe the 40-70-yard line. Stayed inbounds. Clock will continue to run.
So short gain on the play, but clock's still running.
2nd and 7. Whitfield with a carry out to the 40-70-yard line of LP. Again, we're back home Friday night, first Friday night game of the season against Ottawa 6 o'clock kickoff, so we'll take the pregame at around 5:45. $14-0 LP. Here's Whitfield running the option, going to throw it to Trayvon. Trayvon trying to turn the corner and really can't do it that time. Nice job by Plano. Chasing Hunter down, and Trayvon got maybe one on the carry.
Yeah, they got him to go farther and further out, and they just caught up to him right there. So short gain for Trayvon.
Into this formation for the Cavs is Drake Weber. Levi Reed, Trayvon Hunter checking out. 3rd and 6 for the Cavs. See if they go to the air. Sean Whitfield under center for the rest of this one.
Yep,
and
pass.
He's going to pass. He's under pressure.
Oh,
he's got a
lot of green grass over
here. He does. Cuts inside. Oh, the ball.
He's calling it down.
They got to be down. Come on.
He's down.
Yeah, he's down. And he looks like he has a first down. Plano picked it up.
Right.
And went running.
That official came to the field and set down immediately, so they cannot change that.
So it should be first down LP through all this.
Yep.
It appears that he was down by contact at the Reaper 45-yard line.
So Cavaliers will have a 1st and 10 at the Plano 45-yard line. Now, if you're Plano, you do take off and run until you hear that whistle, so I don't blame the player at all.
Absolutely.
Because while the officials were standing back where Whitfield was tackled, I didn't hear any whistle. Now, of course, there might have been one, and with the wind howling.
Yeah, but they called it. He was pointing down to the ground.
Yeah, crazy motorcyclist roaring down the road here. Hopefully everybody's getting around back in Starved Rock Country safely. It was a rough week on Interstate 80 this week, unfortunately.
Well, what
are we doing?
They're possibly changing this call for some reason. I mean, this is just something else.
So they talked to the Plano coaching staff, and wow.
I don't know how they could possibly change that call.
And judging with the offense coming out, it is moving ball.
So I guess it's a fumble on Whitfield.
Wow.
At the 43-yard line.
So Whitfield, who was down, but they're going to say it was a fumble, and they're not going to give him the return. They're going to say the play was dead. So LP defense back on the field here with 1:22 to go in the third. Plano's got 1:22 with the wind at their back. And Gill hands it off to LaSalle. He's got running room, 50, 40, 35, inside the 30, and Whitfield pushes him out of bounds. And it'll be at the 27-yard line. So a big run for LaSalle. And the clock stops as well. What a big momentum change. Now you see a hop in the Plano step after that turnover. Right. And they come up with a big run. You can only ask the LP defense to do so much, I guess. 6 full quarters, they've yet to give up a score. They're hoping for 7. And first down and 10, Plano. The LP 27-yard line. Oh, what a tackle by Levi Reed. They handed it off to the back and clothesline the running back, Xavier Padilla. Wow. Zach's got that one on video, folks. You have to see that one to believe it.
Wow.
That would have made, I'm trying to think, Stan Hansen is an old wrestler who had the clothesline, a lariat, I guess. Jake the Snake Roberts, maybe, Mike?
Yeah, there was some old wrestlers
there. He had the short clothesline. Wow. And that kind of quieted the Plano side. I mean, everybody was kind of in a hush. There's LaSalle, though, with a nice gain for Plano. Runs up the middle, and Ethan Bell will get the tackle back at the 25. So he got that yardage back that they lost in a little bit more.
8-yard gain on that one.
That might be the last play of the quarter. So Plano will be against the wind now. They are not able to take advantage of the wind at their back. So a wild third quarter. Bottom line is the Cavaliers lead 14-0. Stay tuned for the last 12 minutes of play here from Plano. Cavaliers up 14-0 over the Reapers. You're listening to Cavalier Football, 103.9 WLPO.
Don't miss Time Warp this weekend, if that is our real name.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Oh, what's your name? What's your name?
It's the main game this week on
Time Warp with Bill St. James. Catch Time Warp this weekend on 103.9 WLPO, brought to you by Commercial Law. Mortgage rates are still near an all-time low, making it the perfect time to buy a home or refinance your current loan. Hi, this is Missy Clancy from Hometown National Bank. By refinancing your current mortgage, you can reduce your payment and use the extra money for the things you love. Vacations, swimming pool, new car, or remodeling Tammy's kitchen. Wait, Tammy, did you put that in there? I did. Oh, boy. Visit myhtmb.com to apply. Hometown National Bank is celebrating 140 years of making dreams come true. Your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, MLS number 75933.
An Illinois Valley tradition for sports continues on 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
And we'll have Cardinal baseball once this game ends. Redbirds in action against Cincinnati. And we have one more quarter of play here. LP leading 14-0 over the Plano Reapers. And Plano in 4-down territory here for sure. They got a 3rd down and 8 coming up from the Cavalier 25-yard line. In at quarterback is Carson Gill. And he hands it off to Lycia, who's got running room again. And Lycia with the carry. Murtis with the tackle. That's a first down for Plano.
9-yard gain, huh?
So Plano is in the red zone. Illinois Valley Credit Union red zone. So the Reapers threatening 1st and 10. As this drive started after the controversial change in the call, fumble called on LP's Whitfield. So Plano trying to take advantage of that and punch it in for their first score. Gill to Padilla, and he's looking for some blocks, turns it inside, and a nice run.
Yeah, he got
inside the 10, it appears. In the area was Weston Wenzel. So LP turned Plano away in earlier. They had, 1st and goal from inside the about 2-yard line.
Yep.
And LP turned them away. So let's see if the Cavalier defense can do it again. Again, they've had 7 quarters now of shutout football. 11 minutes to go. Gill staying in at quarterback for Plano. 2nd down and 3. A quarterback keeper, nothing there.
Nope. Hitting the backfield again.
Levi Reed, guess who?
Yeah, whoever's assigned to blocking him needs some reinforcements over on that side, because Reed has just been eating him up all game.
Levi Reed is our, I would say, safe to say, leading contender for our player of the game here. And we got almost a full 4th quarter left. 3rd down and 6. Plano sticking with Carson Gill at quarterback. They started a sophomore, Samuel Cifuentes.
Yeah, they must see something with Gill behind the center.
Yep. 3rd and 6, Plano at the LP 13. Got 2 backs in the backfield.
The clock's at 0 now. It's been at 0 for 2 seconds for delay of game.
And they run it in.
Wow.
I didn't know it. Good catch, Mike. Not that it matters, I guess.
No, but that should have been a delay game because it was at 0 for 2 seconds before he hiked it. So the officiating has not been on the Cavs side so far in this game. But Reapers punch it in, but Lycia, so it's a game now.
13 yards, Lycia with the run. So the first score that LP has given up on the year. 14-6. They'll try the PAT into the wind. Looks like a left-footed kicker.
Lefty kicker here, so we'll see. The wind's still howling.
Low snap, kick is up.
Got it in the
It's
air.
got plenty of distance, and it is good.
Okay.
So it's 14-7. This one's going to go down to the wire as LP gives up the touchdown. 13-yard touchdown run by Lycia. And we'll take a short break. Be back. Cavaliers lead, but it's down to a 1-possession game. 14-7 here at Plano High.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Jessica Strauch, right here in Peru, can switch you over so you can start saving today. Jessica and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Jessica Strauch, it's easy to switch and save.
This is Jessica Strauch. Give me a call. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Listen on FM 1039, AM 1220 with the free WLPO app, or ask your smart speaker to play 1039 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Jeremy Hagan and Mike Porter back at a sunny Plano High School, windy high school for sure. And it's 14-7 LP after the 13-yard TD run by Plano's Anthony Lycia. And the PAT was good by Lycia as he scored the TD and finished it off with the PAT. LP, well, one would think they would kick this one up, but you never know. Got to watch out for a little trickery here as the momentum all of a sudden on Plano's side of the football after they got that play overturned with the fumble against Whitfield. Second turnover of the afternoon, second fumble for LP. Yep. So 14-7, still a lot of time to go. 9:56. Plano has used one timeout. LP has all three of theirs left. And there's the kick. And
squibbed.
And it's going to be downed by the LP returnee. That was Reese Kurtz. Sure-handed Kurtz goes down at about his own 32-yard line. So let's see if the Cavalier offense can get a drive going here. And maybe put another score and put this one away, but it is a one-possession game now.
Yeah, it's definitely obviously it's makes it a little more worrisome on the Cavs side. So let's see if the Cavs running game can do something here. Carrico wasn't too active in that last series, so let's see what he can do.
1st and 10 for the Cavaliers. Again, Sean Whitfield in at quarterback for Tyler Hartman. Hartman out with an injury. Whitfield hands it off. Not much there for Carrico. Got about 4 Reapers bringing him down.
56, Denton, 26, Hernandez, and 11, Chauncey.
Nehemiah Denton with the tackle, one of the big defensive linemen for Plano. Only 1 yard there for Carrico. 2nd down and 9 coming up for LP at their own 32-yard line. Whitfield back under center. He's going to pass.
He's passing.
Got plenty of time. Sean now rolling. And he's going to run with it, tucks it down, and hammer down at about the 36-yard line. Maybe 3 yards on the play for Sean Whitfield. Yeah, it looked like he had a little more running room, but it closed in a hurry.
Yeah, it definitely did.
LP going to take a timeout here. So it stopped the clock at 9:03 to go in the ball game. And it's 14-7 LP. After 3, Hall leading Bureau Valley 12-0. The Red Devils looking to shut out the Storm.
Yeah, they're on their way to their first win.
And we'll run down some scores on our post-game show here. Cavaliers up 14-7. They call a timeout with a big 3rd down play coming up. 3rd and 6 for the Cavs at their own 36. 9:03 to go here in this ball game.
Yeah, lots of time left.
Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Cavaliers in control for most of this game, but a big overturn on a play by Whitfield. Would have had a first down at the 45 of Plano, but then the referees got together, the officials, and said Whitfield was not down, and he fumbled it. And then Plano went on a drive and got this game to a one-possession ball game. It's 14-7 now.
Big play by the offense here.
3rd and 6 for the Cavaliers. Whitfield back under center. In motion is Trayvon Hunter. Whitfield.
Oh.
The end around Drake Weber.
Counter to Weber.
Oh, Drake is close. Man, it's going to be coming up to the spot. Like you said, the way things have been kind of going against LP in the calls, I would say it's probably a 4th down coming up.
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh,
they
first
called it first
down.
down.
All right.
So they gave Drake a good 6 yards on that play. So nice counter. That's a good play. That's the first time they've run that all game. So Plano probably wasn't looking for that at that time.
I should have said it out loud, Mike, but I kept it myself. I was going to say that maybe it was time for Drake Weber to fill in, because Drake hasn't made a big play offensively yet really today, and he's kind of one of their big play guys. But Drake did come up big there. There's Carrico, and Matt's out to about the 45-yard line. Gain of 3. I didn't want Plano to know that Weber was going to get the ball there, so I kept it to myself. It's second down and about 7. Drake will check out of the game, so will Reese Kurtz. Hunter back on the field for LP. Carrico got 3 on that carry as the clock winds down. About 8 minutes to go. If LP can get a few more first downs, it would start forcing Plano to take some timeouts.
Right.
Whitfield running the option. Sean will keep it.
Kept it.
Got to hold on to the ball. Be careful.
He's reaching out there, but he doesn't necessarily have to do that at that point.
No, 1 yard really doesn't mean much right now.
No.
More importantly, you keep the ball and keep the clock running. Whitfield gets it out to his own 49-yard line. It'll set up a third down and about 4 for the about 4 yards to go here. The LP at their own 49. A long 3, a short 4, we'll say.
3.5. We'll give it.
Yeah.
We'll cut this difference there.
7.5 minutes to go in the ball game. And
that's
somebody,
gonna be,
I think Plano.
I think Plano jumped on that one.
Yep, LP's clapping, and it'll be a neutral zone infraction on Plano.
Yep.
And LP should get a first down.
And that's Plano's first penalty for the second
half. Yeah. LP had one of those go against them in the first half that gave Plano a first down.
Yep. So, first and 10 Cavs here.
And the clock runs, too. We're going to be down about 7 minutes to go when this play is undertaken by the Cavaliers, when this ball is snapped to Whitfield. Sean comes under center. Sean's going to pass.
He's passing again.
Throwing deep. He has a man open. Oh, man, he had him.
Hernandez again.
Yep, Osvaldo Hernandez got behind. Oh, we got a flag on the play. Back near the line of scrimmage. And let's see. And we've got a penalty against LP. It's a hold. So it'll be first down, but a 10-yard mark-off. And the clock stops at exactly 7 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Morris up late in the third quarter. Ottawa 21-6.
Okay, Cavs got to get a chunk back here.
Yep, a little at a time. Again, Whitfield not going to get any of it back. Sean tackled in the backfield. And the ball was clearly down. Hopefully it was clearly, but kind of learned our lesson on that one.
Loss of 2 on that play.
Brings up second down and 22.
Second and 22 now for the Cavaliers.
I guess the only benefit to that is the clock is still running, so.
Second and very long for LP after the holding call that went against the Cavs on that pass play. 14-7 LP over Plano. We're getting late into the game. Whitfield's going to pass.
Oh, a lot of pressure here.
He is going to go down. And is trying to see if there was I guess Carrico was in the neighborhood. Plano's wanting an intentional grounding.
Looking for it, but
Carrico would have been the closest receiver, along with lineman. Be third and a country mile here for the Cavaliers. Clock stopped at 6:09. Now Weber will have the wind at his back for a punt, so that's good. I don't know if you really draw up a third and long pass here, Mike, or you just try to get a run and
I think it's just
leave it up to your defense.
Yeah, hopefully Weber can get a good kick out of here and just pin Plano down, inside the 20. Don't make any mistakes here. No fumbles or turnovers here, because that's just really going to
Whitfield's going to pass. He's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked.
Wow. I was kind of surprised they did that. So
that was Shaughnessy who gave Whitfield no time to try to complete that pass.
No.
So LP will punt it. Clock under 6 minutes to go. So let's see if Drake can come up with a big punt here against Plano.
Okay, we just need a good snap from the long snapper and Drake to have a good solid kick here.
Anthony Lycia and Xavier Padilla back for Plano. Yeah, important here to have a good snap, as Mike mentioned. It is a pretty good snap. Weber gets it off.
Yep, that is a good punt.
And it'll send Padilla back. And it's
that's
20, block in the back. They got it.
They
got it.
So,
yep. That'll move Plano back even further.
Yep, it's usually 10 yards from the spot or the infraction. So
Plano will have to go quite a ways here.
Yep, they're going to have a long field. We got 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game.
So it should be marked at around the 10-yard line.
I don't know. They're
marking about 15 then. So from the 25.
From the front, from the 25.
So
all right. Well, it's up to the Cavs' strongest part of the team right now, defense.
Yep.
So Plano's going to have it on the 15-yard line.
85 yards to go. 5:15. Plano's got 2 timeouts. And trying to see if there's sophomores back in it. Nope, it's still Gill.
Yep.
Lycia, the handoff, not much there.
Oh, yeah, so 2-yard loss there. It's kind of hard to see who was in that.
Swain was there. Levi again. Reed was near the tackle, as he always is. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's a loss of full 2 yards, maybe 3. Second down and 13 for Plano at their own 12.
It's a good start by the Cavs defense.
Now we got LP. You just can't have that when you got him on a 2nd and long. There's no need.
Yeah, it looks like the interior line jumped off sides.
Encroachment on the Cavaliers will be 5-yard penalty.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8 now. They get some of that yardage back and a little bit more.
Yep, Cavs got to watch the ball.
4:44 to go in this ball game. 14-7 LP. And hand it off to Lycia again, who's got a decent amount of running room. And Lycia's close to a first down, about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be a yard short. Oh, they gave it a first.
Yeah,
okay, first down. Okay.
First down for Plano at the 25-yard line. So Lycia's had a nice second half after he was shaken up in the first for Plano.
He's had some good gains here in the fourth quarter for sure.
1st and 10. Both teams getting a decent amount of break here.
Nope. Looks like they're
going
now
back
they're
to saying third. All right, they're changing their mind.
I thought he was short. It did look like he was short.
So the clock should start running here.
So once they get
when they get the chain gang back in play. So it'll be 3rd and short. They have changed their mind before today.
Yeah, it was very short for third down, but yeah, like you said, the clock should be running here pretty soon.
Once they get the indication from the official. So it's 3rd and short.
Oh, now they're stopping it here.
So for officials, timeout for a conference. They'll talk about it. 4:32 to go. 3rd and short, or maybe a first down. We'll see what they decide here. As they started this drive at about their 15-yard line.
Oh, they're going to measure.
Again, we're back in action next Friday night at home against Ottawa. 6 o'clock kickoff. And it would look like the Pirates will come in winless as Morris is pulling away a bit in the second half at King Field.
Yeah, that would have been expected, I would think, just based on what Morris has done so far.
Ottawa's been in every one of their games. They've not gotten blown out by any means.
So they're playing hard. So it is 3rd and short here.
3rd and 1 for Plano at their own 25-yard line.
Clock's moving.
Padilla goes in motion, and Gill hands it off to LaSalle. Up the middle, and he is stopped. Is that Drake Weber with the big tackle in the backfield?
Weber in the backfield. That is definitely not a first down. So
you could argue this is the play of the game. I don't think there's any argument. This is the play of the game right here. 4th and 1, Plano at their own 25-yard line, and can't say it enough, Mike. LP's got to, like you said, watch the football and not get drawn off sides.
Yep. This is the hard count here coming.
4th and 1. Gill still in at quarterback. And they're going to hand it off to LaSalle. He's got the first down. Yep. He cut it inside and gets the yardage needed for that first down. Ethan Bell with the tackle, but Plano keeps it alive. The market outside the Reaper 28-yard line. 2 timeouts to go for Plano. We're down to 3.5 minutes to go in this ball game.
Clock's moving at 3.5.
And they're going to hand it off Padilla on the end around. He turns the corner and still running. There's 3 or 4 flags back in the backfield. Hopefully,
you would
think it was
holding on that side.
Yep, it's holding against Plano. Yeah, there was more than 1 flag that flew. It must have been very obvious.
Yeah, we were all watching the ball, the runner, so we didn't see that, but holding on offense. So
that'll take away that nice run by Padilla.
Yeah, Padilla had a lot of room on that side, even though it was the short end of the field. He squeaked out 6-7 yards there, but it's going to come back. Oh, and that's from the spot of the foul, too.
That was deep in the backfield.
Wow.
So down to the 15-yard line.
And they got to get to the 39, so it's going to be 1st and 24, if not more.
See, Plano goes to the air here. And they're going to fake the reverse. Nothing there.
No.
Cavaliers.
Wenzel was back there.
Yep, Wenzel.
And there was one other player.
Byron Verdun.
Yeah, Verdun and Wenzel in the backfield. So that's a loss of a couple more yards.
They were all over that one. The fake end around to Padilla, who's been pretty effective for Plano. Clock's ticking down, close to about 2.5 minutes to go. First down marker is all the way out at about the 38-yard line. Almost 30 yards needed for Plano to keep this alive here.
Yeah, nothing. Play smart football here, Cavs.
Over the middle, and that's a pass interference.
Yep, there it comes.
Yeah, that was a good call there. Yeah, he was all over the receiver, Cameron Williams. So that is a definite pass interference. That was automatic there. That was obvious. So penalties are becoming a big part of this game here.
Yeah.
Into the wind, and LP bails him out there. You got to force Plano to throw into this wind. So we'll see where they mark this.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a 15-yard
line of
penalty,
scrimmage.
so it's not going to be.
They still got a ways to go.
Yeah, I don't think it's first down.
NFL would be automatic first down.
Right, but so they'll get the 15-yard penalty from.
Check that second down.
Yep, so obviously it's going to be a little bit more reasonable here.
Right.
2nd and 12.
2:18 to go in this ball game. It's probably some of the longest 2 minutes and 18 seconds.
Yes.
These penalties and just
timeouts and.
Yep. 14-7 LP over Plano. You're listening to LP Cavalier Football on 103.9 FM, AM 1220 AM, LaSalle, Peru, Ottawa.
Well, it looks like Bureau Valley has finally scored against Hall. It's 26-7 Hall with 3 minutes left.
They're going to pass over
he's
the middle,
open.
caught by Padilla and knocked down at about the 34-yard line.
Another penalty flag.
Are they calling a face mask or?
No, I think they're going to do something on that tackle. Is that maybe?
Ethan Bell with the tackle. I mean, I don't know what they're calling.
I don't know. He had his arms wrapped around his body. I didn't see the face mask. The runner's face mask was facing against us, so we couldn't see that.
Are you going to pick up the flag? Yeah, picking it up.
Yeah, it was hard to tell, so we couldn't tell if there was a face mask, but apparently not. So
now the referees are playing too much in the end of this game, unfortunately. Now there's been some obvious penalty calls.
Yes,
but,
pass interference was indefinite.
So 3rd and long here. 3rd and about 6. Lycia gets the handoff, puts his head down. He won't.
There. 4 yards looks like up the middle, but
short. Weber and Wenzel teaming up on that tackle, and we got another big 4th down play. If LP can stop him, this game would be over likely.
Yeah, this would be the play of the game for Plano to keep going.
4th and 2 with a minute and a half to go. Plano at their own 37-yard line. McGill with a handoff to Lycia.
Oh, we got
tripped up and going to be short. Drake Weber broke up the play in the backfield, tripped Lycia up. Turnover on downs.
Wow.
Drake Weber with the defensive play of the game right there. Got in through the backfield, and LP will get the football.
Yep.
1st and 10, 1:28 to go, and Plano can stop the clock 2 more times.
Yeah, Drake, he got through the line of scrimmage and tripped up the runner in the backfield, and Lycia could not keep his feet, and he fell short of the 1st down. So great play by Weber and the Cavs defense, and now it's 1st and 10 Cavs.
So LP just has to hold on to the football here and try to escape this
got a
with
little
a win.
nerve-wracking here.
Yeah, more than I thought it would be. Once they got up 14-0, we talked about feeling pretty comfortable, but not to be. Whitfield, quarterback keeper.
There's a penalty flag.
Another flag.
Just the way it's at, it could be either holding or a defensive offsides, perhaps.
So let's see what the call is.
Hard to say.
$1:20 to go in the ball game. Nope. Did you catch what it was?
No, it was on the Cavaliers.
Yeah. Say a personal foul?
Unsportsmanlike conduct, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's a 10-yard mark off.
We're going the wrong direction. Unsportsmanlike on the Cavs, so I didn't see what it was.
Nope.
Just hard to say, but still only 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the game.
Well, yeah, and you're going to do, let's see, 1st down over again.
Like I said, Plano can
and
only stop it.
Whitfield just going to run it up the middle. Plano will call a timeout. And Whitfield got a couple on the carry.
So that's, like you said, there's one more timeout for Plano with 1 minute and 11 seconds left. So
LP up 14-7 over Plano. As they're just trying again to hang on to this one and move to 2-0. They've been playing the majority of their game without their senior quarterback, Tyler Hartman.
yeah, he was hurt, in the mid-second quarter?
Yeah, got a touchdown. That might have been right before, or maybe that was the play he got injured. Perhaps his 1 yard touchdown.
We didn't see him, get off the field gingerly at all, but something happened, and he was on the training table, and Whitfield came in.
So 1 timeout left for Plano. It'll be 2nd down and 19 for the Cavaliers. Again, you got to just hold on to the football here. Carrico. Oh, actually, there's Larios. Carlos
Larios with the big run. Holy cow.
Inside the 30. Yeah, he's got plenty of energy there, and Carlos with a huge run.
All the way down to the 27, so that was a 17-yard run by Larios. Wow.
And Plano going to I guess, save that one timeout. They're going to try to get him, stop him here, and force him to punt. If LP gets a first down, it is over. Whitfield under center. And he's doing a hard count. Going to wind this one all the way down to 1 second. Whitfield hands it off. Larios off right side. Carlos, not much that time, but still maybe enough.
It's not, he didn't get a first down, but.
And Plano will call a timeout. 4th and 1 with 11 seconds left.
Yeah.
So LP just needs, if you get this 1 yard, it's over. Take a knee. LP been leading this entire game. They've yet to trail in this season. Of course, they had a shutout win over Rochelle last week and had the shutout going until the 4th quarter today over Plano.
Yeah, again, the defense have been the star of the game in this one. One more play, Cavs just got to get this first down, or Plano's going to get the ball potentially with less than 10 seconds left in the game.
Into the wind.
Against the wind, down by 7. So you'd think the odds would be in the Cavs' favor, as they say in the Hunger Games.
Yes,
may the odds be in your favor.
Yes,
so
right now they are in LP, but crazier things have happened.
Yes, absolutely.
Thankfully, Plano, I don't think they have a Katniss on their team.
No, well, like I said, the game's not over until the clock reads 0-0.
Yes.
So
4th and 1 here for LP. Whitfield under center. You just see if they just do a quarterback keeper or go back to Carlos.
Weber in motion. They're just trying to. There's still 12 seconds left in the play clock, so the game clock's not moving.
No. So LP, they tried to be tricky and take forever, and then they ended up themselves. False starting.
Not good offense on that series right there.
So it's 4th and 6. I mean, you could punt it deep, or you could just take a running play that takes some time off the clock, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the plan was on that series right there.
It's a little different when it's 4th and 6 versus 4th and 1.
Yeah. Yep. They'll go for it. I mean, they can't punt it here, but
right. Too many things can happen with a punt.
Yeah. So.
And Whitfield's going to keep it. Sean turns it inside and going to be short. And they stop the clock. It's at 6.6 to go on the ball game. So Plano's going to have a shot at it here. Into the wind.
Yeah.
With 6.6 seconds to go. Just a crazy 4th quarter here. LP cannot commit a turnover.
No.
Let's keep everything in front of you. No pass interference, nothing like that. No personal fouls.
Yep, 6.6, one final play perhaps, and might do a couple of laterals or whatnot.
Yep.
You can see that. The band's on the field. But
so they'll go back to their sophomore at quarterback.
Yeah, he's there more.
And delay a game. Yeah, they did call it that time, Mike.
Yeah, they missed it on the touchdown play.
So they took too long. I'm going to move them back. And they'll reset to 6.6. Especially since the referee said please.
Absolutely. He's
very kind.
Yep.
6.6 seconds left.
Last hurrah for Plano here.
Cifuentes dropping back, throwing over the middle, incomplete. Whitfield was there. So was Ethan Bell.
1.4 seconds. So they didn't call pass interference on that play, but
one last play. So, yeah, they tried just a over the middle pass play there. Nothing hook and ladder or nothing flea flicker or anything. .4 to go for LP to move to 2-0 on the season. Whitfield is the deep man for LP. Throwing over the middle, going to be intercepted by Trayvon Hunter. Just go down, Trayvon.
There you go.
And LP wins. Trayvon Hunter with an interception for the second week in a row. It wasn't easy, but the Cavaliers hang on and win in Plano 14-7. Cavaliers 2-0 and will have a home date with Ottawa next week. We'll come back and wrap this one up on 103.9 WLP after this. It's a Cavalier winner, 14-7 over Plano.
When you open up your credit card bill, is it more like a romance or a scary movie? Change up the way you see your bill each month with Visa cards from Illinois Valley Credit Union. Get the Visa Classic card or the Visa Platinum card with rates starting as low as 9.9% APR with annual fees and a 25-day grace period. Enjoy the worldwide acceptance and convenience of Visa with the hometown service of Illinois Valley Credit Union. Get started today at ivcu.com. Illinois Valley Credit Union with locations in Peru and Princeton. Member NCUA.
The Heritage Health Therapy and Senior Care Team Peru has come to know and count on is still here for you. Heritage's top priority has always been to provide for the safety and well-being of our residents. We continue to do so, especially now. Hi, I'm Luann Hewitt from Heritage Health Peru. Everyone at Heritage Health wants to thank you for your patience and understanding as we adapt to follow new government guidelines. Remember, we are here for you. Contact us at 223-4901 or visit heritageofcare.com/Peru for more information.
If you're the kind of person that wants to keep your vehicle in great mechanical shape, then Grossenbach's Auto Repair in Oglesby is the place for you. Let's talk tires, for example. Did you know that properly inflated tires need less distance to stop your vehicle in an emergency situation? Your tires may feel and perform no differently under normal driving, and by time the problem is evident, it's too late. Call Grossenbach's Auto Repair in Oglesby at 883-7055 for your next appointment and free estimate. That's 883-7055. The number is easy to remember because you're driving 70 instead of 55.
Okay, Easter Bunny, open wide. Oh, no, Bunny. When was the last time you've been to the dentist? That's okay, Bunny. We'll get you all fixed up. But make sure you cut back on the Easter candy this year, or it'll rot your two front teeth.
Then putting off the dentist? That smile's not going to fix itself in time for Easter photos. You need Dr. Ed Monroe. Dr. Ed can do it all. Cleanings, root canals, crowns, extractions, implants, dentures, bridges, you name it. Dr. Ed and Dr. Pat do it at a Lifetime of Smiles in LaSalle.
No matter who we are or where we come from, we all experience difficulties in life.
Military veterans know that sometimes it takes strength and determination to make it through.
Whether it's physical challenges or struggles on the inside, it takes strength to ask for help when you need it.
Learn how veterans like us have reached out for help and hear stories of strength and recovery at MakeTheConnection.net.
Going around a crossing gate or walking on a railroad track, man versus train, it's no contest. Operation Lifesaver says, see railroad tracks, expect a train. Small print cartridges. They sit around and you don't know what to do with them. Here's an idea. Leave them at the office of any Mendota elementary school. They recycle them and get cash for various projects.
The biggest games and the best matchups are on 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Jeremy Aiken and Mike Porter back here at Plano High School. It is a W for LP. They really hold off the Reapers, I guess. 14-7. LP jumped ahead in the second quarter. 1-yard touchdown run by Tyler Hartman at 7:15 to go in the half. The kick was no good. LP then scored first in the second half, an 8-yard touchdown pass. Sean Whitfield to Osvaldo Hernandez. Hunter ran in the 2-point conversion, and that was at 4:43. Looked like LP was maybe going to sail home with a comfortable win, but a fumble against Whitfield. Questionable whether or not it was a fumble, but Plano took advantage and finished the drive off with a 13-yard touchdown run from Anthony Lucia. The PAT was good at 9:56 to go. Cavaliers made the plays on defense they needed to make, and they hang on to beat Plano 14-7. Both teams ended up with 2 turnovers. Cavaliers fumbled it twice, and Plano threw interceptions to LP's David Narkis. Then the final play of the game, an interception courtesy of Trayvon Hunter. So there you go, 14-7. LP with the win. LP 2-0. Plano falls to 1-2. And turn over to my partner, Mike Porter, for some numbers.
Yeah, the Cavs running game definitely spread it out a little bit. Obviously, Carrico was the leading rusher. He did a really good job in the first half, but finishes with 94 yards rushing. Then it kind of just Tyler had 48 yards before he got hurt. Sean Whitfield had 28 rushing yards. Trayvon Hunter had a nice 27-yard rush. And Carlos Larios, good to see him get into the game with 17 yards. So we'll see what happens with Carlos going forward. So hopefully between him and Carrico, that rushing game will really take effect here next week against Ottawa. Tyler Hartman did have some passing yards. He finishes with 1 for 2 for 29 yards, and Sean Whitfield had 2 completions, 2 for 2, and he had that passing touchdown also. So Whitfield came in, did his job. He didn't make too many mistakes. He did have that fumble, which could have been costly, but it didn't affect the final outcome of the game. So otherwise, decent stats for the Cavs, and again, the defense just carried the day.
LP wins 14-7 at Plano, and we'll step aside. We come back. We will go ahead and give you our player of the game, and this year our player of the game, 103.9 WLPO, is brought to you by First State Bank, and we'll also have the Bill Walsh Automotive Group drive of the game. The Cavaliers win in Plano 14-7. Post-game coverage continues after this.
When a play breaks down on the football field, you've got the rest of the game to make up for it. When something breaks down at home, you need prompt and professional service. That's why at Town & Country Services, their phones are manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to ensure that your problems and questions with plumbing, heating, and cooling are all taken care of promptly and professionally. Town & Country Services offer free estimates and affordable rates. Their licensed professionals and friendly staff have been a staple in the Illinois Valley since 1919. Give them a call anytime in Tonica at 815-442-3415 or Princeton at 815-872-2200.
It's a new tax season, and Abacus Tax and Accounting Services is ready to serve you from their brand new location in Peru. Abacus has moved their 25-plus years of experience to the west end of Peru between Luz La Grotto and Steinberg's Furniture. Abacus has a secure site so you can upload your files without coming into the office. They also have a secure Dropbox and will be taking in-person appointments as well. For more information, call Abacus Tax Service at 815-664-3290 or visit their brand new website, abacustaxsv.com.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us.
All of us.
You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food.
You're going to need our determination, our compassion.
You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring.
And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Today, 4-H is growing the next generation of leaders. Support us at 4h.org.
It's shaped like a mailbox, but it holds used eyeglasses for the Peru Lions Club. Drop yours off there, too, outside of Hy-Vee.
Start your day with Rod and Tom. Then get updates throughout the day on 103.9 WLPO. Starved Rock News, Talk, and Classic Rock.
Jeremy Aiken, Mike Porter back here at Plano High School. The Cavaliers survive and move on, stay unbeaten at 2-0 now with a 14-7 win over the Plano Reapers. Time for a Bill Walsh Automotive Group Drive of the Game. Today's Drive of the Game brought to you by the Bill Walsh Automotive Group. Find your next ride at BillWalsh.com without doing any driving at all. And, Mike, I think we're both in agreement the Drive of the Game turned out to be the game-winning drive, the one that gave them the cushion to win. And it was a big third-quarter drive. The Cavaliers opened up a two-possession game. 2 big pass plays by Sean Whitfield, the first on a 4th down to Reese Kurtz. And then the touchdown, an 8-yard touchdown to Osvaldo Hernandez. Just a huge drive for the Cavs.
Yeah, they really needed that. They were going against the wind. They had good field position to start the drive at their own 41-yard line. They started off with basically all runs until they had to get to that 4th down play, and Kurtz came up with a big catch. And then we had that, like you said, 8-yard touchdown pass to Hernandez, which, again, against the wind. So they had that's had to be definitely the drive of the game because it was such an important time in the game, and the Cavs came up big going against the wind.
Player of the game brought to you by First State Bank, locally owned, committed to exceptional service and banking products like Kasasa checking and on-the-go mobile banking. To learn more, contact the winning team at First State Bank, member FDIC. We got a few candidates. Drake Weber, who came up big on the defense, really. Today had a one big offensive run there late in the game to keep some clock moving as well. But the story of the game defensively had to be Levi Reed, just all over the backfield, the defensive backfield, and had probably the highlight reel hit of the game with the clothesline of the Plano ball handler. A clean hit. But, Levi Reed was just an animal today.
Yeah, he was all over the field. I mean, he spent the majority of the game in the backfield, and I don't know, like I said, who was blocking him, who was assigned to him, but he's going to have to hit the film because Levi Reed was all over the quarterback today. And gladly they didn't call a penalty on that clothesline tackle, which was it was a sight to see right here in the middle of the field. So he's well-deserved player of the game for sure.
So congratulations to the Cavaliers, Levi Reed, and the team, the coach Jose Medina. Cavaliers win 14-7 over Plano. We'll step aside, continue our post-game show after this. A few messages on 103.9 WLPO.
Now this is something to get excited about. 21 Days of Beauty is happening now at Ulta Beauty. Get ready to feel fresh, new, and like you again. Give your routine a glow up with daily beauty steals of 50% off the must-haves from brands like Too Faced and First Aid Beauty. And explore the newest arrivals from brands like Tarte and Benefit. Discover endless ways to feel like your best self